Just in time for Valentine's Day, here is a brand new series for you, my loves. Before I get into the clip, I do want to give a special shout out to Ash, one of our lovely subscribers, who helped me create the pre-spring special intro that I'm about to show you. I created the visuals with the help of Pexels, a free archive of videos, and she created the music. She is super talented. I have linked her channel down in the description box below. Go and give her some support. Listen to some of her music. She has a variety of different clips and entertaining drawings and beautiful, beautiful music. And I'm truly happy to be able to get this more intimate one-on-one collaborations going with you guys, because I really want to involve you more in the creation of the spiritual social. That's why it's the spiritual social and not the spiritual individual. Let's get to your beautiful new series. Mwah! Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer, and welcome to your new series. Hey guys, I'm so happy to be debuting a brand new series on my channel. You guys know that the Spiritual Social is famous for its series, and I do apologize that it's been taking me a while up until this point when I felt ready and prepared to leave past energies behind and to give you a series in which I will help you manifest your next romantic soulmate, just in time for Valentine's Day as well. So feel free to use the series and each of the episodes that will follow in order to envision and create and dream about your next romantic soulmate. You guys know that we have a variety of different soulmates. Some are teachers, some are our parents, some are our friends, but in this series specifically, I will be looking at one specific romantic soulmate that is coming up next in your energy. You guys know as well that you're powerful creators, powerful manifestors in your own right, so feel free to take whatever messages you hear in these readings today, whatever I feel inspired by spirit to read for you with the help of the tarot and oracle cards, take it and tweak it. Dream about it, feel it, think about it, and watch it as it appears in your immediate reality. So how does this work? Well, this is episode 1. In this episode, we will actually explore the characteristics of your next soulmate, their personality, their divine masculine energy, and I'm going to be looking at their shadow aspects as well. I'm looking to help you manifest a real person, and this entails that we will be looking at this person's qualities, but also their defects. What are they good at? What will they bring into your life? But also, what kind of baggage they might have? What have they been through? What are some of their self-sabotaging unconscious things? We all have those. And in order for you to be in an actual relationship with somebody, you need to be able to accept the other person's shadow self, and if you are forewarned, then you know beforehand what to expect. So it won't be such a shock or something so terrible when you find out about this person's less savory side. So it's a game of light and dark, shadow and solar consciousness, and I hope you will enjoy this beautiful ride. Now, in the reading today, I have for you 6 options. Yes, you can go by the number that inspires you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can go by the objects that I have here for you. Behind each of these options are the pre-shuffled cards. And also I have a God image. This is the divine masculine energy of the person you are looking to manifest next. As you guys can understand, this series is specifically aimed at single heterosexual women, which comprise the majority of my viewership. And I really wanted to give something to you guys, especially if you find yourself to be single around the holidays, around Valentine's Day. I really just want you to enjoy and fall back on this beautiful series that gets you to dream and gets you to feel inspired and empowered rather than weakened by a lack of somebody in your life. Okay, so we're working with the law of abundance, not with a lack mindset. So let me introduce to you the options. We have here for group 1, this is Mookaite, a Mookaite heart. Now for group 2, I have this Galaxy Stone Angel. For group 3, I have this Turquoise Owl. For group 4, we have a white Jade Elephant. For group 5, we have a green Jade Angel. And for group 6, we have this Rhodonite heart. It's gorgeous. Okay, take a moment now to see which of these options is pulling you in the most. Feel free to choose more than one. Maybe you feel like manifesting choices, options in love. That's wonderful. You do you, boo. I'm here just to give you the blueprint. You take these messages and craft them to your heart's content as the powerful manifester that you are. I'm just the messenger, guys, and it's such a pleasure for me to be able to guide you in this process. Thank you as well for your beautiful comments, for your beautiful hearts, for following me on Instagram, for subscribing to my channel, for liking my videos, just for the inspiration, for the love, and oh my gosh, for all the gifts. And I'm just so excited. I can't wait to just keep using all these beautiful things you guys are blessing me with and send them back into your lives. So let's get to your reading. Hey group 1, welcome to the Thinking Next series. In this episode today, we're going to find out who your next romantic partner is. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Mookaite heart. Let's find out what cards you were dealt. So we're gonna begin off first. Maui, discovery. This is beautiful. You got the oceanic hero as the divine masculine energy of the next person you're manifesting in your life. Maui is a lot about youthful courage, a sense of setting out into the unknown and claiming what is yours, in spite of the obstacles and difficulties you might encounter. This is an individual that has a youthfulness about them, an individual that loves to explore, that likes to that likes to connect with other people. This person relies on their group of friends. I think that this is a person that sets themselves impossible goals and then tries to understand how can I go about achieving them. This is an individual that could wear tattoos. They could have hair of, unorthodox lengths. Maybe this is a man with very long hair and a really cool, slick haircut. This is an individual that potentially likes to work out, is athletic. I think that they have something very childlike about their features. Even if they're an individual that is, in their prime, maybe they're 40, 45, they still look like a teenager. There's something very boyish about them, kind of like a young Keanu Reeves. They've got that innocence and that sense of uncomplicated air about them. It's like they're very, what you see is what you get. There is no hidden depths about this guy. We're going to explore in a second their shadow self. But what I see here is an individual that is very, potentially this could be a fire sign. Leo or Sagittarius comes very close to mind. We're going to look into the astrological placements in a second. But I feel here that this is a guy that is very, how should I say, they roll with the punches. Maui, if you're familiar with the legend, is this beautiful energy of a god that stole fire and gave it back to the community. He is the equivalent of Prometheus in Greco-Roman mythology, but just more like in the oceanic stories. He is actually a hero that oftentimes... what is the word? I'm thinking in Spanish at the moment. Maybe some of you are going to manifest somebody that is Spanish speaking. meter la pata. It's like he embarrasses himself, he makes a lot of mistakes. He also upsets the women that are helping him, especially his grandmother that supported him. There's a feeling here that no matter how many times he fails, this guy has an unquenchable sense of optimism. It's like, I'm gonna get up and get going, even if I place myself in an embarrassing situation, even if I made a wrong decision, it's okay. I'm gonna keep going, you know, and I'm gonna apologize if I have to. You know, the energy that I'm getting with this guy is like a person that goes like, what did I do? But it's not that they're doing mistakes or that they're failing at things because they are genuinely a bad person. It's just that they are very impulsive. They're impulsive. They have an overdeveloped sense of confidence. It's like they get excited about something and then they just jump into it without carefully planning ahead. And this is where Maui's solar light shines the best, but at the same time, it can also create a lot of complications for him that he, you know, didn't have to have in his life. So the energy of your next romantic partner is the hero Maui. And I just love this. I think he's one of my favorite gods. I think there is something so exuberant and sweet and playful and creative. This is also the energy of the 5th house in astrology, naturally ruled by the playful sign of Leo. This is a lot about passion and just like getting excitable about things. Life is an adventure next to this person, and no matter through how many difficult aspects you guys might go through together, he will always make you smile. He will always give you the sense of, it's okay, we've got this, you know. We're gonna go through this together and we're gonna figure things out. We'll put one foot in front of the other and it will just work out. So this is the divine masculine, the core energy of the person you are manifesting. Keep this in mind. Let me know if you're going to choose this person in the upcoming episode of the series. But now let's move on and explore this person's solar side and then their shadow side as well. So the cards that I have here for you from the Angel Tarot, 4 of Wands. And this is the angel Mahasiya, God the Savior. The keywords are rectification, helps one live in peace with everyone. So ultimately, this guy has the best intentions. He just wants to make everybody feel good. It's kind of like, I'm getting a sense of a person that sits in front of a fire and everybody's having like something good to eat, and then all of a sudden a bear appears and people are very threatened. It's like, oh my god, are we gonna get mauled by the bear? And then this guy's energy is, don't worry, I'll take care of it. And he tries to arm wrestle the bear or something silly like that. In the process, he might get a couple of wounds. He might actually, you know, get the bear to attack him several times. But eventually he actually makes friends with it rather than attack the bear. There's this feeling of everything will work out, even though we start off on the very bizarre premise. I do think that you might meet this person as well in a very funny way. Like this person could spill a cup of coffee on you or just bump into you randomly at the corner of a street, or maybe some friends introduce you to this person and you think from the beginning, oh no, this guy is so clumsy and so weird. But then you actually find out that this person has a heart of gold, and like the more time you spend with him, the more endearing this person becomes. So a person with a very kind heart, I would even go as far as to say a heart of gold, a person that has the best interests of other people and puts them above their own. I think in the original legend of Maui, if I'm not mistaken, he was rejected by his mother. His mother was very tough on him, pushed him to the side, gave him all sorts of challenges and obstacles, and he always had to come back and prove himself to her. So this could be a guy that has some sort of a mother wound. It could be that this person tries to prove their worth because their worth wasn't acknowledged as they were growing up. So there's a real sense of service of, I'm going to make the group of people that I belong to, I'm going to make them laugh, I'm going to make them feel good. And no matter how difficult life's obstacles will be, how many challenges I will encounter upon the path of making myself loved and accepted, I will overcome them. I have this ridiculous amount of inner self-belief. It's not arrogance, it's just a feeling of, God is on my side. I'm okay. I'm protected. I can take risks. I can do foolish things. It's a little bit of the energy of a person that likes to, like, I'm thinking of somebody from the show Pranked, you know, the MTV show that was running the beginning of the 2000s, something of that nature. Now, what is the darker aspect of this individual? Because I am trying to help you guys manifest a real individual, and we need to look at their faults as well as their qualities. So what do we have here? We have Botus, Page of Swords. Wow, the slithering snake. Gives answers of past, present, and future, reconciles friends and foes. So even if this individual could have enemies, I'm getting a sense that even their enemies love them. This is a guy that makes himself so endearing so quickly. This is a person that will charm the socks off your parents, your if you have nieces or nephews, if you have pets. I think you will see how tiny children, animals, elderly people just naturally take to this person, because such vulnerable groups usually live in a space of open-heartedness. And I feel that this person's big heart resonates very strongly with the hearts, the open-heartedness of children, of pets, and of elderly people that have still they're still remaining open to life, you know, not the grumpy ones that are very judgmental, but the ones that are just like, I've been through so much, I just want to enjoy my old age. And I think that maybe there is a communion here. Maybe this person has been raised by their grandparents rather than their parents. This could apply to some of you out there. Maybe you are in the position where you were raised by your grandparents or you're closest to a grandparent, in which case I feel that the energy of this beautiful hero that you're manifesting in your life is going to charm your main parental figure, your main caregiver, be that a stepfather, a stepmother, a grandparent, or your natural biological parents. With Botus here, I do think that this person is kind of hard to contain sometimes. At the beginning, you might feel a little bit like, is this person going to be somebody that just moves in and out of my life? And I think that this will be just an illusion, the initial impression that, oh, can I hold this person? Can I get them to commit to me? And indeed, if this individual has certain Sagittarius placements in their chart, they value their freedom and their desire to explore their group of friends above anything else. So it might be a little bit problematic at the beginning, in the initial stages of your connection, to get this person to genuinely see that together with you, they actually can experience more of life, not less of. That intimacy and commitment is not a prison, but it's actually a way in which you can grow. You can have more of plenty. You can even have like an extended family through your own family. You can have more friends. You guys can put your groups of friends together. You can travel. You can have experiences together. You don't have to do it all on your own. And having a partner by your side can be very useful, especially if this individual likes to put himself in quicksand, likes to put the foot in the mouth, and can sometimes needs to save himself out of these kind of blunders that he sometimes puts himself through. Now, what is the core tarot energy? What is the major arcana? The Temperance card. And to me, the Temperance angel is always Sagittarius, so we're getting very strong Sagittarian vibes. This person might have a Sagittarius stellium, so a cluster of planets in their chart in the sign of Sagittarius, even though they could be a Capricorn sun or a Scorpio sun or maybe a Gemini sun. There is something here about Sagittarius energy, the traveler, the explorer, the great friend, the philosopher, the risk taker, the person that just, you know, after every imbroglio or after every fight or argument, just wipes it all off and just goes like, so what? I'm just gonna move forward, you know, nothing can defeat me. So there is a real sense of beauty, optimism, self-belief. Oh, I love this energy. So with the Temperance angel here, I feel that this individual also has a limit. Like they know when to stop. They know when to not be too pushy, not become too obsessive, not actually take foolhardy risks that can endanger their lives and the lives of the people that love them. I think that this individual takes more risks with themselves. They like to challenge themselves. They like to push themselves to achieve certain things, certain goals. This is an individual that can be very susceptible to bets. Like their friends might always get them to bet with them. For example, I bet you can't jump to that mountain range, or I bet you can't do this and go and kiss that girl, you know. And I think that this individual likes to respond to these dares, but I think that the older this individual becomes, depending on which stage of their life you meet them, they are a bit more wise, and they have understood that they don't need to respond to every challenge or every dare, because they are already lovable enough, sufficient enough as they are. So this individual has developed some humorous coping mechanisms. Maybe they poke fun at their friends if their friends dare them. Maybe they bring up certain flaws of their friends and remind them that, hey, you know, you also have certain problems. You also have certain things that you can be ashamed of, you know, so please don't mess with me. They have a very polite way of putting people in their place. It's not ruthless. It's not at all intimidating or dominating. It's just very fun, very like jokey. Is that a word? Yeah, there's a sense of humor here. This person enjoys sarcasm. This person likes to, it's like, I don't know, I'm getting such an endearing energy from them. You see, it's like they've got quite an innocent, beautiful heart. And with the Angel of Temperance, I think that it will be divinely guided that this person meets you at exactly the right time when you guys are supposed to come together. Now, let's see what other astrological influences lie in their chart. We have here Mars, so a very masculine energy. This is a person that doesn't like to sit still for too long. They can easily get bored. I think that this is an individual that when they travel on holidays with you, they like to do things. This is a guy that enjoys physical sports, might play football with friends, might like to go swimming, might be into adrenaline games, you know, maybe they like bungee jumping, maybe they like scuba diving, all sorts of things like that. I think that this person has a very well-knit group of friends that they mostly gathered through sports activities. And this person is, as a consequence, very healthy, and their energy is constantly cleansed by the fact that they undergo these physical activities that constantly change their energy. You know, when you sweat and then take showers, when you sweat and then take showers, and when you are releasing all that yummy cocktail of endorphins and serotonin in your body that usually sports is creating in you, you cleanse your chakras and your aura on a constant basis. So I think that even if this person comes in contact with a large group of people, I do think that they're quite popular. They because they have this sweet, goofy side, and they also look very good. I think that they don't really take on other people's energies. I don't see this person being necessarily an empath. I feel that they are much more of a self-contained individual. This is the first person to jump into a battle, to give you courage on your low days. And this is also like a physically endowed lover, I would have to say. Okay, so this is an individual that in the bedroom is not gonna give up on you, if you know what I mean. You know, this is like, I'm gonna get the job done. And this person might enjoy a variety of different positions and postures and like athletic, fun, grabbing situations, maybe even bites instead of cuddles. Like the physical act of lovemaking, I think, needs to be fun and fast and passionate, and you know, laughing is allowed. This person doesn't take it personally if you guys giggle during it. It's just that this person is very optimistic, and yeah, as you can see here with Mars, a very masculine guy, competitive. And the best part, you know, it's like that this is the light form of Mars. It's not Pluto, it's not the dark force of Mars. This is a person that's very, what you see is what you get, you know, they don't hide anything, they're very direct. And they can quickly move on from relationship to relationship, from workplace to workplace. They don't sit and dwell in resentments or uncleared energy. Dignified strength. Oh my God, you are getting such a wonderful partner. A physically strong person, but also inwardly strong. As I said, because this is an individual that rolls with the punches, you know. If life puts them down, they're not going to stay down. They're going to bounce back up, you know, like a boxer in a ring. They're going to get up and gonna punch again. Although I do think that there might be some anger management issues that this person could have occasionally. They might get overly excited, and their impulsivity can place them in situations where they might need to like repair a broken limb, you know, like you might hear a random phone call from the emergency room regarding your boyfriend that, hey, he just took a very strange U-turn in that car, or he jumped out of a tree and broke his limb, you know. So expect those kind of things. This is not violence directed at other people. This is self-inflicted issues due to this person's desire to just do a lot and be very excitable and quite impulsive sometimes. But ultimately, this person has a sense of etiquette, moral values that they follow, you know. They know what is right, and they know that they should be doing it, should be practicing what is right, what is valued. It's a really beautiful energy. I really like him. So let's see, what else do we have here? We have Moonstone, and this is heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness, as it's trustworthy. This person has a phenomenal intuition, and many times they just act very quickly because they don't sit and reflect on the potential options. This is not a guy that doubts. When this person appears in your life, you will know that they like you. You will know that they want you. They will tell you. They will act on it. You won't need to actually come to a tarot reader to ask about this person's intentions. This is also an individual that if you guys had a fight, they will come and apologize, you know, because they want to continue to be with you. It might be a little bit of a battle, though. If you actually do something that is wrong and you wrong them, they could be a little bit standoffish with you for a while, but I think eventually they will forgive you. This is a person that actually inside is quite vulnerable, even though on the outside they have this like, yeah, it's okay, I'm rolling with the punches, I'm okay, I'm one of the cool people, you know? I think that this is stemming from the fact that if they were neglected by the parents in their childhood, there might be a wound there regarding their capacity to intimately connect to a partner immediately as they meet this person. But at the same time, this person is direct, so they will tell you, they will keep you in the loop regarding their inner processes. They might tell you, I really like you, but I need some time to genuinely warm up to you. And then as you guys gradually warm up to each other, this person can allow themselves to be a bit more vulnerable, to open up to you. I don't see here a deep fear of intimacy, so please don't worry about this. It's just that at the beginning, you guys might need to just have fun with each other. Lots of moments of having fun. Don't really focus on the labeling of the connection. Are we together? Is he gonna propose? Are we gonna make love? Is it gonna be amazing? Try not to put too much pressure on yourself and on this guy. Just enjoy it. Just go with the flow. Have a lot of fun, because this person is super fun to be with. And then as you guys are making these beautiful memories, gradually the depth is gonna open up. That inner well of warmth and like yumminess is gonna come up to the surface. So you might begin the relationship as friends on a superficial level. There might be some, especially from your part, that initial reaction of, oh no, this guy is so clumsy or so strange. And then initially, gradually, as you guys get to know each other deeper and deeper, you're coming closer, and it gets even better and more intimate and more trusting. And it's like you become each other's best friend, each other's ride or die. We also have here masquerade. So this is the main shadow aspect that this person is bringing into the connection. So as I said, they have a mask. They have this mask of optimism and jolliness, and even if this person is going through pain, they will put a smile. This is the main issue you need to know about them. They will actually smile through pain. They will smile through adversity. A lot of people actually take them at face value and they believe, wow, this guy is unbreakable. But deep down inside, they could be crumbling, okay? There could be some triggers. There could be some things that they remember when they were young and weak and vulnerable and nobody was around them. This person had to pick themselves up and they had to push forward. And as a consequence, they developed this social mask. It's like show no weakness. It's not a show no weakness as in I'm an implacable machine and I'm going to hurt everybody around me. On the contrary, this guy is more like, yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, they minimize their own pain. They minimize their own sense of anxiety, because they feel anxiety sometimes. And they prefer, when they feel these feelings, not to talk to people about them and just jump into action. It's a very fire sign way of dealing with weakness. In general, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, they don't like to talk about their problems. They like to take action on their own and solve the problem. And if they can't solve the problem, they're just going to drop that situation, that job, that person, put it behind them. it's very rare for a fire sign to ask for help. It's especially for a dignified fire sign, as we are seeing with this energy. This is a guy that likes to take care of things on his own, and he's gonna have to learn in the relationship with you how to drop this masquerade, how to stop making a clown of themselves when they are truly hurting, and you're going to help them with that. I think that you're gonna be this person's balance, and especially you will be the person that will bring the communication and they will bring the action. It's a very Aries and Libra kind of energy that I'm picking up on. Yeah, okay, so the archetypal energy of this person is the shadow. This person will have to deal with a lot of what they repressed about themselves. I think that this person takes it very personally when somebody tells them that they are a bad person. I don't think that they believe this about themselves, and I genuinely don't think that this is a bad person, but it's like they have problems accepting the fact that they are limited, that they are a human being in a physical body that can break, that the physical body of us as humans is very vulnerable in its essence. So this person always wants to push themselves. They think in big picture thinking. They have this kind of cosmological view of the world, and they constantly regret and hate the fact that they have 4 limbs and that they can break or that they can get sick. This person hates being sick and hates seeing other people around them being sick, and tries to do everything to get them to get back to health and feel better again. So this will be the problem with this individual, accepting the fact that they're vulnerable, that they're fallible, that they're not a god, but that they are human. It's a very Sagittarius problem, you know, like as I said in previous readings, try telling a Sagittarius that they can't do something and try it, you know. I mean, you're going to get a person that is going to show you how they can achieve the impossible. Yeah, this person can also have great manifestation abilities because they are so optimistic. And now the core qualities of this person, their best attributes: memory. This person has a wonderful memory. They will remember what you were wearing, how you were behaving, what you were saying the day they will meet you. And they will tell you the story of how you guys met or share the story with other people. This is a person that can also be a great storyteller for your children, gathering, your children around a campfire or in bed at night, telling them tales so that they can fall asleep. Wonderful, wonderful person. What else do we have here? Strength. You have it again. Oh my God, this is such a strong individual. Physically, mentally, emotionally, this person cannot be hexed or cursed. They are so strong in mind, body, and spirit that sometimes you might find this unnerving. Sometimes you might actually want to make this person feel a little bit weak or vulnerable, because you might be feeling like this as well. And you could be feeling like, hey, why can't you also put yourself in my shoes and go through the doubts I'm going through from time to time? Now, the thing is that this person is actually going through certain inner doubts, but they prefer not to acknowledge them. They prefer to just act and deal with the problem and then move forward. So you're getting an incredibly strong individual, a person that will stand by your side, loyal and with a great memory. This might also entail the downside that if you guys have arguments, they might remember them. Okay, so be mindful about this. A person with such a great memory, I think that could also be an individual that works with museums, with artifacts, with cultural artifacts. This can even be a person that remembers a physical positioning. For example, maybe this person is a dancer or sports player. They have this strategical body knowledge. They know where to place themselves. They remember moves. They remember like the order and arrangements of people on stage, people in a specific sports group, people that dance and move their body in specific ways. I'm finding it very difficult to actually, I think this is called physical memory, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know, guys, in the comments below if you guys are more familiar with the expertise in this field. But all in all, you're getting an incredibly strong individual, a fun-loving, optimistic person that gets up and gets going. So this is what I had for you, group 1. This is the soulmate you're manifesting. Please take this reading and feel it, think about it, dream about it in order for the person that you want to come into reality. I'm only the messenger. It's up to you to take whatever messages you heard in this reading and make them your own. And I look forward to presenting you with episode 2 so that we can see if you make the exact same choice and you choose Maui again in the next reading, and how your relationship with this person will develop. Take care. Hey Group 2, welcome to the Thank You Next series. In this series, I help you manifest your next romantic partner. This is for those of you that were drawn to this Galaxy Stone Angel. Let's find out who is your next partner, what is the core Divine Masculine energy, and then I'll take you through the many different layers of this person's personality. So, wow, okay, you got Thor. Okay, a man of action, but in a different way than Group 1. I feel that this is an individual that is very popular with the common folk. Thor was actually a god that was beloved by farmers as well as the Aesir, the highest tops of the gods in the Nordic mythology. There is something here about the way I pronounce that word. There is something here about this individual being quite traditional, yet very firm, having some healthy boundaries. This is an individual that kind of steps into whatever situation with authority and calms it down. This is a person that is very good at making decisions. This person can actually work for themselves. They can be a boss. They can be in a position of authority. This is also an individual that is not afraid to be intimidating when the situation requires it. Thor was famous for having Mjolnir, which was this gigantic, hammer that he would use to attack the giants. And there's something here about this individual being very good in moments of crisis, stepping in and making things right if they were wronged. This is an individual that's incredibly protective. You will never feel unsafe when you are together with this person in public places that could be a little bit endangering. For example, if you choose to travel with this individual in a very strange, maybe warlike environment, this is a person that will definitely protect you from anything that might be coming your way, whether verbal abuse, physical abuse, all sorts of like natural disasters or earthquakes. This can be a person that works out. They might enjoy spending time at the gym, but this is not an individual that puts photos up on of themselves on social media. This is a person that likes to keep it small, simple, classy, traditional. They're just I'm getting a sense that they're an individual that is very aware of how they come across to other people, and they like to maintain their position in the pecking order. It's like if this person has a group of friends, they are definitely the alpha individual, but they exercise power in a very silent, determined way. They don't like to talk too much. They don't like to entertain the group. This is a person that is incredibly, like the strong and silent type, the strong and silent one. Yeah. The interesting part about Thor and what a lot of people don't know about him is that this also is the image of a poet in Nordic mythology. So Thor had this duality about him. He was physically strong and incredibly rambunctious, like the equivalent of Hercules in Greco-Roman mythology. But at the same time, he was also quite poetic and quite inclined towards the more romantic aspects of life. His communion with nature, for example, was really, really important. His link with the environment that he loved so much and that he enjoyed protecting and being part of. So this is a person that can actually be a secret, closeted romantic. And I think that this individual is a little bit embarrassed about this side that they have in themselves. And this side only comes out maybe after lovemaking, during pillow talk, maybe just when you guys will celebrate important events in your life, like the birth of your baby or your wedding or the engagement proposal. And during these moments, which are traditional moments when even people that are incredibly strong can open up and cry, I think that you're going to see this person's vulnerable side, their romantic nature. And this might come as a shock to you because up until that point, you might actually be thinking that, yeah, no, my guy is strong. My guy is like, wow, he's super built. And then all of a sudden you see this person's sensitive side and it might just come across as, wow, okay, this is something completely new that I'm finding out about you, but I love this part of you. So Thor, this is the core divine masculine energy of the next person you're manifesting in your life. Wow. So let's see right now, what is this person's best quality? We have here 8 of Swords. Oh, This is a very strange card to have in a best quality kind of energy, but let's see, let's dig a little bit deeper. This is the angel Mebahel, God protector and savior. So again, protection. We have here truth and justice, protection from enemies who would steal one's fortune. Okay, this person can be wealthy and they're very protective of their wealth. This is not an individual that likes to just squander money. If this person is wealthy, not that many people are aware of this person's wealth, only their close friends and the people that I interact with. They like to keep things very humble looking on the surface. If this person makes a lot of money, you're not going to see a flashy red Corvette or a Ferrari in front of their house. They're not going to live in a $3 million mansion. This is an individual that will have a steady, traditional, beautiful home, which lives in a little bit of a secluded space. I do think that this person is very attracted to woods and woodland environment. They might enjoy skiing. They might enjoy, what was the word of that sport? Ice crawling, I think. Ice picking, sorry guys, my mind momentarily just blocked itself. Ice sports in general. I think this person likes to prove to themselves that they're tough, you know. They like to kind of harden themselves against the tough elements of nature, but they also revere nature. They love being outside in nature and they're very respectful. I feel that this is an individual that, for example, could actually be concerned about environmental aspects. They might like to recycle. They might like to support a non-governmental organization that has environmental goals to achieve. There is something here about this person being super protective of themselves, of you, of the family you build together, of the household, of the environment around you. I'm getting a very strong Cancerian energy for some reason. It's kind of like that soft, romantic inner core that Cancerians are incredibly famous for, but then on the outside is the hard shell, right? If I think about an equivalent as a famous actor, it would be like Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel is a Cancer sun, for example. He looks very rough, but on the inside, very sensitive. Or, for example, Sylvester Stallone as well. So there's a feeling here that this individual is protective. They can also be very fair. When the situation requires it, this person is going to choose the fair aspect. This is not a guy that will prioritize kindness over justice. What is just, and we need to follow the rules. And if anybody, strays from following the rules, then they get their due punishment. I think in the bedroom, this person could be a little bit into domination and submissive games. This person might enjoy kind of, being spanked or spanking, or kind of having this kind of more kinky aspect. It's mostly because of the fact that they are such a moral kind of individual that enjoys following regulation. I think that in their fantasy world, in the intimate environment, they like to let loose a little bit and kind of play a bit with these authoritarian energies that they need to exercise in their daily environment. So the Eight of Swords here, I think that this person just likes to think about a lot of things in his life. I think that this person, this is why they keep silent in most meetings and gatherings, because they need to take in the opinions of a lot of other people. So I'm kind of getting a slight Libra energy with them, but I'm going to see in a second what their astrological influences are. We have here the King of Wands in their shadow aspect. Because I'm helping you guys manifest the real person, we are going to be looking at their shadow aspects and their qualities. So Asmodeus, wow, King of Wands, makes men fly into passionate rage and desire, destroys the happiness of married couples, wastes the beauty of virgins, reveals the future. The main problem you will have with this individual is that they will be so good looking, so authoritarian, that people are just gonna throw themselves at this guy. Literally, like you might walk on the streets and you're gonna have to like be on guard, because there will be men and women throwing themselves at them, It will be hard to not get a little bit possessive of this individual. I'm telling you now. So if you're an individual that is quite sensitive and you get easily jealous, this is not your guy, okay? Please go and choose another one. I have 6 options in this clip, so please choose somebody that it would be easier to handle. This is a guy that is built for a very strong woman, a woman that is very confident in her own abilities and can stand up to the wide number of people that are actually going to inflate your man's ego. This is another problem. This guy is going to have a very well-developed sense of self that can sometimes veer a little bit on the arrogant side. So when you guys are going to have arguments, they might turn explosive because this guy is very stubborn as well. So he knows what is right. He's going to follow it. You don't disagree with him because he's the authority. But then I think the thing that he's going to love about you so much is that you stand up to him. You are the person that actually challenges him. You don't back down. You're not afraid or intimidated by him. You love him, and you also can show him that oftentimes he might be wrong, that, you know, his arrogance has a limit. There is a need to be modest and forgiving and kind in certain situations when he would prefer to be just. So I think you're going to have a really positive influence on this person, and this person is going to provide you with the safe structure that I feel you will be able to thrive in your life. So a little bit of an arrogance, maybe sometimes some heated arguments are going to happen between the two of you. Nothing that cannot be solved with a kiss and makeup session in the bedroom. But there is something here about this person being so attractive. You're going to have to oh God, that expression comes to mind, you know. I mean, metaphorically speaking, not actually doing it, but cut a bitch or two, you know. That's kind of the energy. You're gonna have to be like, okay, my man, back down. So you're gonna have to defend him from that point of view. We also have here the Magician. This is the person's core major arcana energy. Yeah, this person will be so powerful. They ooze energy. I mean, Thor is one of the most popular, well-known gods in the Nordic pantheon. He's actually much more lovable and nicer than Odin, even though Odin, his father, is the god of gods and considered to be much more powerful than him. Thor is the likable fellow, so he got the popular vote, so to say. So that makes him even more attractive because he gets the masses to support him. And he's a fellow that actually comes out unscathed from a lot of very dangerous situations, similar to Hercules in the stories. So the Magician here talks about an individual that has the physical resources, the material resources, emotional and mental resources to generally create the life of their dreams. This is a person that is self-sufficient, is financially independent. When you will meet them, they will live in a house of their own. They have their own space, they have their own car, they have their own job, their own group of friends going on. They could have a string of broken-hearted relationships in their past, mostly because this person, as I said, you know, they have so many people that love them that they don't even know sometimes that they are breaking hearts left and right by not giving people the attention that people require of them. But it's just that they're busy living their best life. And when you meet them, you'll see this beautiful magician energy about them, that this person has such a strong sense of self-belief and determination that they can generally just make anything happen. It's like their thoughts are aligned with their emotions and with their capacity to take action, which is basically the core of their character. They love to take action. So this person will chase you. You won't need to do the chasing. And it will be incredibly flattering when this process happens, because you'll be thinking, oh my God, this person is like a 10 out of 10 and this person is chasing me. Not to say that you're not a 10 out of 10, you know, you could very well be there or even higher than this guy, but you will feel a sense of, wow, this is awesome, you know, giddiness, and like maybe sometimes you'll feel like a lot of butterflies in your stomach that you manifested a person that is almost like a movie screen star. Okay, so let's see, what is the darker aspect of this individual? What could lead to self-sabotage in the connection? We have here parasite. Remarkably, this guy has certain anxieties regarding being abandoned, so they might be codependent. Believe it or not. Interestingly, because we talked about the fact that you could be a little bit possessive or jealous of this person because they are going to be really attractive and a lot of people are going to hit on them, and it will get very quickly quite old for you. You're going to be like rolling your eyes. It's like, again, this is happening. Oh my God, honestly, just back off. I think that you are the strength in this relationship in terms of the ways in which you define yourself from an intimate perspective. I feel like you're much more emotionally independent than this individual. And I can see the smoke from my incense rising. Yeah, And this person, I feel in the connection with you, is going to learn how to be less codependent. I feel like this individual at the end of the day, after they conquered all their goals and talked to everybody on a superficial level, they want to come home to the loving arms of, you know, the love of a good woman. That's kind of what I hear. And that's you. And I feel that you're going to teach this individual how not to... it's kind of like maybe they were placed by insecure people in their past in a pattern where they were manipulated, or other people tried to get them to hold on to them because they were so beautiful and so perfect in so many ways. And other partners might have tried to play games with them, you know, just to reject them and then run towards them and hook them in that way. But you're not going to be doing this. You're going to be very direct, and you're going to help this individual grow from an emotional level. And that's why the passionate arguments from time to time, because this individual could be afraid of not being perfect, of not being the authority. And you're going to tickle and trigger those emotional aspects within them. But they will find out that each argument with you, each moment when you guys were separated due to work, or maybe because you had to, you know, to take the children on vacation and they were busy doing something else at work, each of these moments when you guys are separated, each of these moments when you guys have arguments are going to make you stronger. And in time, it's like this person is going to put two and two together, and it will create such a beautiful database of the memories that you guys shared that it's going to lead to an unbreakable bond. So you're going to heal this person from codependency, and mostly codependency that comes from previous difficult connections in their relationships where other people try to manipulate them and hold them, string them, chain them in a connection because, well, the other partners, majority of them, felt too intimidated by this person's overall perfection. To be honest, this person is a 10 on so many different levels. Now, let's see if you are to grade people on a scale from 1 to 10, okay? So we have here the tiger's eye. This is another beautiful quality about your person. So as you can see me, I'm sandwiching the qualities with the shadow aspects to give you a full picture of this individual so you can manifest accordingly. We have here self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. So tiger's eye is the stone of courage, and it is the stone of a very like big feline that likes to hunt in the night, hunt in the dark, and then just pounce on their prey. So this person is incredibly playful. They can also have a little bit of a bite to them, you know. They can also be a person that just very bluntly tells you what they think, and sometimes they might not realize that they come across as very insensitive. So you're gonna have to kind of tone them down from that point of view. But as a consequence, you will be rewarded with a person that is very honest. This is one of the core characteristics of this person. They are honest, they are loyal, and they are also very brave. They're brave about, you know, admitting to themselves when they're wrong, admitting when they might not be feeling like doing something or saying something. And even though that can be infuriating for you from time to time, this guy is going to require some patience when you try to convince him to do something that he is not convinced of. But at the same time, this person, when they are decided, they jump into action. So there's a beautiful mix here of stubbornness but bravery, of inner strength and loyalty, but they can also be a little bit arrogant from time to time. Yeah. Overall, I don't really see some deeply weird or disturbing aspects about this person. It's just that you're gonna get a really strong guy, you know, like in a different way than group 1. I mean, there are similarities between group 1's character and group 2's character, but I'm getting a sense that this person will have more earth and water in their chart, whereas with group 1, there was a predominance of fire energy. So this person has a bit more of a stable nature. They like to plan. As I said, they might be in these managerial positions where they have the responsibility of caring for a group of people. So they are very aware of how they come across, and they just exude this power, this natural sense of, I've got it, you know. But at the same time, from time to time, they need to be humbled by life's experiences, because they don't always know the right way of acting, or they might not always make the right choices. They might jump to conclusions and judge people for face value from time to time, especially when they're stressed out. So you might need to intervene and kind of tone this person's ego down a little bit, take it up a notch, you know, and just feed them some humble pie so that they can balance their energies a little bit better. But all in all, you're getting a person with incredible confidence, and this is an individual that even when you have those days when you might not be feeling so beautiful or so excited about life, or you might be going through, for example, difficult periods like postpartum depression, that could happen, you know, it's a common occurrence in modern day reality. This guy is going to help you overcome it. You know, he's going to be there by your side whenever he has time. He's going to hold your hand through it, and he's going to give you this confidence to move forward by his side. Now, let's see the astrological energies that this person is affected by. Fire. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting very strong Leo energy. I was getting Cancer and Libra as well. So this person is really passionate. They are also a big believer in God, in the divine. They are incredibly creative and very fertile. This is an individual with a high sex drive, so get ready, okay? Because they're going to want to keep you in the bedroom during their free spare time. So, yeah. We have here as well conjunction, alliance. Oh my God, this person loves to be in a partnership. They're actually looking to be in a connection with somebody to call their own. Here is where the parasite aspect, the codependency could come into play. Maybe this person has had a bit of a problem being single throughout their life. And I think that because they're so attractive, they didn't have to, right? It's like constantly they would get a person, constantly there would be somebody hitting them up on their phone, propositioning them. So I think that this is where you will actually teach them how to healthfully be on their own, because I think you're also an active person. You're a person that has a lot of things going, and you might have a wide circle of friends, maybe in international locations that you might like to travel to. I also feel that for some of you, this could be a connection that begins as a long distance situation with this man that you meet through work. So during that initial courting phase where this person cannot physically touch you and be there with you, they're going to have to work through their codependency issues. But all in all, I think an alliance is in the cards. You guys are meant to be together, true soulmates, true counterparts. And I think that with the Magician here and with the alliance, this talks about soulmates that are coming together to become a power couple. Like Chris Hemsworth and Elsa Pataki. And for example, Chris Hemsworth, my mind came to that because he actually played Thor in the franchise. So yeah, let's see right now what the archetype or energy of this guy is. So what are they at their core? We have the queen. Oh my God. This person can be a little bit of a drama queen, especially when they are a little bit sullen, when people haven't complimented them, when things are not going their way, they can get a little bit frustrated. Similar to a Leo. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a connection to a Leo or you notice Leos around you. I certainly had a Leo in my family, my grandmother, who I learned so much from. And I generally am attracted to Leos because I have a Sagittarius stellium, but I find them adorable. They are people that can easily get upset and angry, but they easily switch back to just being normal if they receive some compliments and some love. If they receive some attention, you can easily get them to switch back to their loving, generous self. But if people disrespect them, if they're having a bad hair day, if things aren't working as quickly as they would like them to work, even though they're putting in a lot of effort to make things happen, they're gonna get grumpy. They might even sulk and put their hands like this and be like, I don't want to do anything, I don't care. So there's a little bit of a drama queen element with this person. This also speaks about the fact that they are actually revering divine feminine energy. I think that this is a guy that, even though he looks very strong and traditional and manly, this is not a misogynist, not at all. This is a person that actually really enjoys the company of women, and physically as well. He really enjoys making love to women. And this is a partner that is not afraid to perform oral sex on women. This is a guy that is just like very, I don't know, he's very in tune. I'm getting the feeling that he might have been raised by very strong women, his mother especially, and I think that he has a couple of sisters or aunts or a very tough yet loving grandmother. And I think that this person really understood how to communicate with women, what women want, things like that, you know, how to relate with them, which is basically, you know, like dealing with women is the same as dealing with men. We all have these core needs for love, affection, to be respected. But it's like this guy has an instinct, an intuition about What happens when, for example, my partner is feeling a little bit low? They're not insensitive, you know, they know how to handle a situation that could be a little bit tricky for other men that are less emotionally mature. So yeah, at the same time, I feel like you can bring them up from these down in the dumps occasionally, overly dramatic moments that they might be going through when they have a bad hair day or they just didn't win at something, you know. Now, the core beautiful characteristics of this person, and I like to end the reading on these two gorgeous cards. We have here pride. This is a very prideful individual, and elegance at the same time. So a refined person, a person that puts a lot of care into how they look. These two things are very connected. I am getting a very strong energy that your person could have Libra, Cancer, and Leo very strongly in their chart. The Libra aspect has to do a lot with this justice-loving, moral, loyal, relationship loving inside of themselves. The Cancer energy is that protectiveness that we talked about, and the fact that they just, you know, they like to keep things simple. They don't like to be too much in the limelight, and they sometimes can also get overwhelmed by their emotions. Yeah. And the Leo energy is this pride, you know, it's the sense of, I'm building this. This is my family. This is my job. You know, this is my body. And I'm really taking good care of myself. And I want to look my best. I want to be at my best throughout the day, throughout my life, actually. This is a person that finds it very embarrassing to wash their laundry out in the public. They find it very embarrassing to have intimate details of their exchanges with you leaked into the public. They don't like to have images of themselves looking worse, you know, or like having a bad hair day or not feeling good placed somewhere on social media. This is an individual that is very protective of their image. And this is where the pride comes in. Because this person will love you so much, they will be so happy for your achievements. They will support you. They will want you to work and have your own money and be like this very strong and confident individual, just like they are. So they're looking to create a power couple with you. This is not an individual that actually gets turned on by having more power over you because they should be the top guy or the man in charge. No, no, no. On the contrary, they like to have like a lover and a friend, you know, like you guys are part of a really cool team, and they love to respect that. Yeah, so this is what I had for you, group 2. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading. Wow, this person is amazing. Take care to actually feel and think and tap into this energy if you generally want to manifest such an individual in your life. If not, please go ahead and choose one of the other groups. I have 6 of them in this PickACard reading. And yeah, until next time, I'm really looking forward to see if you will choose Thor in the next episode and how your relationship will develop. So see you then. Ciao. Hey group 3, welcome to Thank You Next, the series in which I help you manifest your next romantic partner. This is for those of you that were drawn to this turquoise owl. Let's find out what is the core divine masculine energy of the person you're bringing into your reality next. So, wow, you got Ganesha, obstacles. Don't be put off by the fact that it says obstacles here, because Ganesha is actually the Hindu god that helps overcome obstacles through the sheer force of optimism and a positive attitude towards life. Ganesha is the bringer of good luck. I feel that the person that you are manifesting is a very humble, very kind-hearted, optimistic individual. This might not be the best looking man around. This person actually looks very familiar to you. A person that could remind you of a parent or somebody you really enjoyed spending time with in your childhood. This person could have a sense of round familiarity. I'm getting a sense of almost like a bear-like individual. They are sweet and familiar and protective, and they remind you of your favorite cuddly toy or your security blanket when you were small. This individual could have can be a little bit on the chunky side physically. They could be tall and a little bit round. They could have a beer belly, for example. They might have a beard. They could be an individual that doesn't necessarily turn heads when they walk on the streets in terms of their beauty, but I think that they have beautiful eyes. There is something so soulful about their eyes. They could have large water green eyes, or maybe hazelnut, very comforting, warm hazelnut eyes, or maybe even completely dark eyes, but there is something like a deep fire burning within. It's like when you look at this person, they instantly put you at ease. You can pick up on the fact that this individual, there is something magical about them. You see that when they sit next to other people, they calm them down. This individual could have Taurus energy in their chart, maybe even a Taurus ascendant. They look healthy. They look well put together, wholesome, robust, dependable. This is a trustworthy individual, the kind of person that you would stop on the streets to ask for directions during a very cold, bleak night. You wouldn't be afraid that this person is a freak or a weirdo or might harm you. On the contrary, you would go towards this person because you feel that they are like a beacon of light in a sea of chaos. This is a great partner to have if you are a sensitive individual, if you're a person that is easily anxious or anxiety prone, if you're a person that has certain vulnerabilities that you have to live with, this is the kind of guy that will remind you to take your pills, stick to your daily medical routine. This is the individual that will be by your side when you gain a lot of weight all of a sudden, maybe after you give birth for a baby. They don't care about that. This is an individual that relates to other people from a soul level, and you are manifesting this individual because I feel you are the same. You require somebody that gets you, that doesn't put such a big weight on, hey, I look good and I'm so athletic and I'm Instagram worthy. This person cannot be further away from that life. I even think that this person doesn't have a big social media presence, but they are creating small acts of kindness that have ripple effects of positivity in their community. This can be a person that works at a soup kitchen for Christmas, that donates, food and objects and clothes to the local shelter. This could be a person that stops and talks to homeless people on the streets, that doesn't just give them money, but generally kind of gives them the attention and affection that they so miss in their life. This is an individual that has a deep respect for other people, and as a consequence, people really respect them. People always come to them and help them out. This person has a wide group of friends from all walks of life. This is the kind of individual that is able to talk very openly and honestly with the president, but also with the homeless people in their neighborhood, with priests, but also with primary school children. They don't have a problem treating individuals from an equal level, because of the fact that this person is so spiritual and so soul-based. This is an individual that's quite emotional. They could suffer from certain things, like for example, they might have some burns or some scar tissue. They could have a limp in one of their limbs. Maybe their left leg, I'm hearing, could have a little bit of a limp, or they might walk a little bit strangely. This person could have recovered from a tough disease in childhood. If you look at the story of Ganesha, when he was created by Parvati, Shiva actually took revenge on him and cut his head, or was upset about the fact that Parvati created him in this way. And then when Shiva actually found out that Parvati created this child for them, he sent out emissaries to look for the first head of the first animal or human being that they could find. And they found the head of an elephant, and this is why Ganesha is part human and part elephant. This tells the story of an individual that kind of struggled at the beginning of their life to be accepted for who they really are, to be loved by their parent. And I feel that this person might carry a little bit of that wound inside of themselves. Maybe they are quite in a wounded position with one of their parents, and I think the difficulty here might be with the father. By the way, I'm sorry for telling that story so quickly. I know that there's more to the myth of Ganesha and how he was created, and Parvati and Shiva, but very quickly I just had to summarize it for those of you that are not familiar with this myth. Feel free to do your own research and find out more about this, okay? So there is a feeling here that this individual is a very kind-hearted being, is a being that has become empathetic and sensitive to other people's needs, and has developed empathy through the hardships that they experienced early on in their life. And as a consequence, this person is really looking for peace, is really looking for a healing environment into which they can spend their time and bring their loved ones in. And I also feel that this person's deepest desire is to have a baby with their loved one. So you're definitely going to help them fulfill that. And I do think that the majority of you that chose this group also have this deep desire, even though your desire to have a baby and create a family might sometimes be shrouded in fear. This person will help you release that fear and genuinely depend on them and feel comfortable taking this big leap of faith forward. Blah, I don't know what happened there. I got a little bit emotional because this individual is very sweet. So what is the best aspect about this person's personality? We have here Six of Swords, and this is the angel Anahuel, the gentle god. Oh my god, this fits so perfectly. So we have here perception of unity, protects against accidents, heals the sick. The sick? What? For a moment, I thought of the sick in Star Wars, in the trilogy. So maybe this person kind of protects you from darker forces, from darker energies around you. It's kind of like when you're around this person, their aura creates this protective shield. They could have a very beautiful yellow goldenish aura, and when you're sitting next to them, it's like nobody can give you the evil eye, nobody can curse you or hex you. You're very protected. This person has a very healing energy, super soothing. So if you are somebody that has been through a lot of trauma, this is the partner for you. It's almost like you're getting a therapist and a lover all in one. I mean, there is a sense here of gentleness, of treating you gently. This person doesn't put a lot of emphasis on, as I said, on looks and on sexuality in a personal connection, but they do value your presence. So they want you to be physically there with them, building a life together. I feel that this person is also very involved in the community and likes to heal and treat the sick. This person could be a doctor as well, a counselor, a therapist, or a social worker. There is a feeling here that this person is very, very giving. Now, the darker side of their personality, because I am trying to help you manifest the real person, so we're looking at shadow aspects together with their more beautiful qualities, their solar aspects. We have here Beleth, the Knight of Cups. That's not so bad, actually. Causes all the love that may be, both of men and women. The problem with this individual is a lack of boundaries. They are so giving, they are so sweet, they are so kind that sometimes they might find it hard to say no. They might actually be so giving to the point that they deplete their energy. It's a classic empath problem. This person has the need to bring an individual into their life that is a little bit more stern, more trenchant. And I think that you might fulfill this role in the connection. I feel that you are the person that can easily say no to other people and can draw some remarkably healthy boundaries because of the fact that you also had to go through certain experiences in your life that made you a little bit apprehensive about sharing your energy and your intimate life with everyone out there. So you're going to teach this person how to have better boundaries, how to start saying no, and that it's okay to say no. This is not going to reflect poorly on them, like they're a bad person. It's just that they are a person that is fallible, that has limits, and they need to kind of obey those physical and energetic limits in order to not make themselves sick. I also feel that with the Knight of Cups here, this person can be quite romantic, but they see their desire to be romantic, their desire to focus on the more sensual aspects of life, a little bit with shame. Maybe I think it's because this person was raised in a traditional family and they were taught to separate their body from their higher energy. For example, they might think that kindness and passion do not go well hand in hand, or that looking really good physically and also being a nice and moral person do not go well hand in hand. So you're going to help this person see through these contradictions and work through these black and white ways of thinking about life. Because in reality, there's nothing that says that a person that looks good cannot be a kind-hearted person as well. But there is a little bit of a hang-up here, mostly from their stern religious upbringing, from the community into which they grew up in. Some of them come from quite moral and incredibly principled, but also closed-minded communities. So I feel that this could be the downside of this individual, that they tend to kind of polarize. People are either good or bad, you know. they have this way of thinking that can sometimes end up placing themselves in a position of powerlessness and vulnerability. Now, let's see what the Major Arcana card, what is the Major Arcana energy? The Hermit. This is such a peaceful and wise person. This is an individual that loves to read and might have studied quite a lot in their lifetime. I think it's also because when they were small, they could have suffered from childhood diseases or an injury, or they had to be bedridden for a long period of time. And they enjoyed reading all sorts of things. I'm hearing from reading mangas, to reading books about art, to reading poetry, to reading historical novels. This is an individual that might enjoy crime thrillers. They have a very rich and active inner world. With the Hermit here, this is a person that enjoys the comfort of their home more than being outside working in the environment. They do that too because they feel that is their duty and the responsibility to give back to the community that they're part of. But then they like to come home and recharge their batteries in a peaceful, loving, kind, almost like introverted environment. You know, this is not a person that is loud or obnoxious or enjoys adrenaline, you know. No. On the contrary, this is the person that actually considers that the highlight of their day could be coming home to you and cuddling with you, Netflix and chilling with you on the couch, or getting a really good night's rest cuddled up with you, spooning you, you know, something like that. It's such a sweet, I'm getting a very strong Piscean and Cancerian energy with this individual. Like, I think that this person radiates their inner light the best when they are in the home, in the private environment, when it's just you and them together. That's when they come alive. That's when you see their best qualities. And I think that this person is also an excellent lover. And I think a lot of people don't know that, and they can't tell that because of the fact that they have this, you know, moral, upstanding member of society, and the fact that they might not look like Chris Hemsworth, right, which I mentioned in group 2 with the Thor quality. There is a feeling here, though, that this person nonetheless is a very cuddly, very loving, very sensitive, excellent lover, and a lot of their greatest qualities are kept under wraps. They're like a secret. You know, this person doesn't brag about their best qualities, and it's up to you to just slowly uncover this person's beautiful inner world by peeling the layers of who they really are in time, as you get to know them, as you guys develop this really beautiful bond. Wow. Okay, so let's see. What are the other astrological influences in this person's chart? Pisces, as I said. So yeah, your lover could be a Pisces. You're manifesting a Piscean, a counselor, a creative person, a person that has weak boundaries, yeah? A person that likes to be the mother of the wounded people, kind of like a Mother Teresa mentality. Even though this person can be a man, they have that mentality of, I want to treat the sick and heal the wounded. I feel that in this connection with you, they are going to want to sexually heal you as well, through how they touch you, through how they look at you, through the words that they say. This is a deeply, deeply healing energy. But sometimes it might be hard to understand how to comfort this person when they are hurting themselves, or not like hurting themselves as in when they cause harm to themselves, but when they feel hurt. It's like they could clam up. It could be difficult to reach them. This person doesn't really ask for help. They would rather pray to the divine in order than to tackle an issue head on. But I feel like by your side, they will learn more healthy coping mechanisms with all the energies that they absorb through their work. Now, the other astrological influence, wow, Leo, shine. This is a family-oriented person, deeply loyal, deeply, they can actually get quite riled up in certain situations. Like if somebody were to disrespect you, or if somebody threatens their family, this person has a very well-kept, slightly violent side that comes out in these situations, but only in this limit situations of survival. It's like something comes out of this person and it's like they unleash the beast. And I think this happens predominantly when they feel threatened, when everything that they have built is threatened with crumbling down. So there is a little bit of like a big cat, a fighter instinct inside of them. This person had to survive through some pretty harsh things, and that's why they are such great healers. And even though they have this cool and calm and sensitive and sweet facade, they can also get really passionate and they can go to war. I feel like this person, they have this kind of, okay, I'm gonna say it, they have a little bit of a like a ruthless, annihilating side. I'm getting a very strong kind of energy that bubbles up to the surface, and this only happens in situations when somebody's just being like an utmost ass with them. I'm sorry for saying that, but this is the case. It's like when somebody's just cruel to other people that are kind just because they can, or when somebody's like disrespecting somebody or beating somebody up that is vulnerable, it's like this person cannot, that's the limit, and that's when they can explode, and I think that again, this violent side that can come out of them is a response to what is happening in their environment. This person doesn't choose to just wake up in the morning and get into a fist fight, but they will get into a fist fight if, for example, somebody tries to rape you, or something like that. So that's kind of the liminal aspect that I see here with this individual. And I think that a lot of people might think that they can take advantage of this individual because they are so sweet and kind and spiritual and giving. But when they are confronted with this like very strong Leonic energy that all of a sudden activates this protective energy, all of a sudden people back down. It's like, whoa, I had completely the wrong impression of you. It's a little bit like Superman, right? But kind of like a darker Superman, maybe the Batman side of Superman. What am I saying? Okay, moving on. Yeah, there's a little bit of a duality about this individual, which pertains very well to the dual nature of Pisces, right? They can be quite passionate and quite intense individuals, but at the same time very sweet and cuddly. But don't cross them, okay? Because then you'll see the other side of the Piscean ethos. So we have here as well, continuing on this person's shadow aspect, sacrifice. The biggest problem with this individual is that they can sometimes let go of things that are good for them. They can sometimes make decisions that do not involve you regarding what is good for everyone else involved. They might be too eager to sacrifice themselves for a good cause. So it could be incredibly irritating from your point of view to see how this person lets go of the connection with you even before it has started. If, for example, you say, I don't think I want to be with you, then they will just back away and they will allow you to have your space. But maybe all they needed to do is be a little bit more convincing because you needed some proof of love. So I would say be very blunt and honest with this person and show them what you feel for them without restraints, and they will reciprocate. Because of the fact that Pisces is a very responsive energy, what you put into this connection is what you will get back from them. So if you treat them with disrespect, this is what's going to come out to the surface. But if you treat them with kindness, if you take care of their sensitivity, you're going to bring out the best quality of your Piscean lovers. Lovers? Are you entertaining more than one energy? I think it's also the duality of Pisces that keeps coming up in this situation. So this person, the problem that they have, their shadow aspect, is that they can easily let things go. And as beautiful as this is in situations where, for example, this is not an individual that holds grudges, they can easily let them go. This is a very forgiving person. At the same time, you would want them to hold on and stand their ground more in certain cases. So I feel that you might need to actually come to terms with this shadow aspect of themselves that they might not even be aware of, and help them gently become more aware of this downside of their personality. At the same time, I think that if this person is committed, is completely in love, and is very assured of your love for them, it's like nothing that they wouldn't do for you to get you to be with you, to grow together with you, to protect your family. It's like this is an individual that would kill for you. I'm just going to say it very clearly here. It's like if you two become one and you are in that really beautiful, connected, intimate relationship, this is a person that is just like in it completely, 120%, yeah? but there is a Joan of Arc kind of energy about them. Sometimes they might even feel the need to sacrifice a romantic and sexual connection for the need to be connected to the divine. They might go through these periods where they need to purify themselves, and they believe that purifying themselves means not being together with a partner, which is a very antiquated way of looking at the spiritual connection that we have in ourselves. And I think this person might just need to be told very gently and convinced of the fact that spirituality and sexuality are intertwined, and there's nothing dirty about the spiritual side of ourselves, the instinctual side of ourselves. It's just a way of blending our body with our mind, our intuition and instinct with our logical abilities. So let's see here, another great quality about this person. We have here Jade, and it says wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. So the messages just keep reconfirming each other. This will be a very healing individual. As I said, this can be a person that works in the medical business, in the medical industry. They could be a doctor and have their own cabinet, or they might work for a larger hospital. This is an individual that is always up and ready to help other people, to be in service. They could have very strong 12th house placements and also 6th house placements. These are the houses ruled by Virgo, the 6th house, and Pisces, the 12th house. And I feel this person is able to just shoulder a lot in their lifetime. They're very emotionally mature, almost like an old soul. Even though this is irrespective of how they look or their age, they could be 15 and have this incredible wisdom about them. And they also understand the benefits of taking things slowly and of slowly going through life and through connections. I also feel that this individual is going to want to put in the work in a personal connection. They are not afraid of duties and responsibilities in love. They actually enjoy them because it gives them a sense of, hey, I'm actually measuring up to what my partner is asking me. And I feel like I'm actually putting in the work and I'm receiving loyalty and trust and respect in return. So the archetypal energy of this person is the riddle. Yes, such a Pisces thing. When you think you have understood this person, you haven't. They will completely surprise you with something new. I think that you're going to find out the more time you spend with your Piscean individual, with your Ganesha-like divine masculine energy, layers and talents and skills are gonna come up from this person. You would never know that they had an interest in botany, or that they're passionate about deconstructing technological objects and putting them back together, or that they read the entirety of Dante's work and they can quote from it, or that they can just sit down at the piano and start singing and start playing something from like a really important classical piece of music, maybe Bach or Beethoven. It's like this could be something that they never talk to you about, but they are naturally good at. They might have practiced it, and all of a sudden it comes up, it bubbles up to the surface. Or that they know some important people, and you know, this individual will never name drop. It's just that they meet them on the street and all of a sudden, oh my God, you know a Rockefeller? Something like that, you know, or I don't know, you know, a member of the Trump family. This individual is constantly surprising, but not in a shocking way, but like in a really sweet, deeply enriching way, a way that constantly marvels you and impresses you. So you're not going to be bored next to this individual, even though they have this very sweet, soothing energy. You're always going to find out a deeper layer of who they really are without ever fully knowing who they are. So if you're a partner that enjoys cracking a mystery, figuring out people, this is the individual for you, because I guarantee it's going to take you a lifetime to try to understand who this lover is, and you will constantly be thrilled by the mystery. Now, the core aspects of this person, to wrap up your reading, are dignity, and we also have here prosperity. This is an individual that makes a lot of money without thinking about making money. They just naturally attract all these things towards them because of their good karma. They are an individual that, because they are so giving, because they think of other people before they think of themselves, they are doing so many small acts of kindness, from being gentle with people in their local environment, from helping people at work, you know, so that they can all work together better as a team, from being an individual that is not actually pushing or shoving their unhealed trauma onto other people. This is a respectful, kind, caring individual, and because of this, Life is constantly giving them gifts. Life is constantly giving them money, everything that they need in order to survive. And not only that, but to grow into prosperity and to thrive. So paradoxically, for such a humble individual and such an unassuming individual, this person can actually make a lot of money. And they might even surprise you with the fact that they have a lot of money saved up for a rainy day in order to help contribute to your future life together and to the betterment of your children, maybe to their education as well. So this is what I had for you, group 3. This is such a sweet individual, really, really like such a kind energy I'm getting for them. And if you're a sensitive person, this is the individual for you. If not, feel free to choose one of the other options. I have 6 of them in the reading for you today. I really hope to see you in my next episode to see if you choose Ganesha again in that episode and to see how your relationship with this divine masculine energy will play out. So until next time, bye. Hey group 4, welcome to Thank You Next, the series in which I help you manifest your next romantic partner. This is for those of you that were drawn to this white jade elephant that is shining in the sun at the moment. How beautiful is that? So let's find out, what is the core divine masculine energy of this individual you're bringing next into your reality? Wow. We have Osiris, the god of renewal, the Egyptian god of death and rebirth. Strong Scorpio energy, potentially even Capricorn as well. This is an individual that has literally been in the underworld and back. A person that could potentially have had a near-death experience, a person that can be familiar with the occult, might be into reading tarot, a spiritual seeker, definitely a person on the spiritual path. So I think meeting you and connecting with you is going to be one notch in their beautiful spiritual journey of ascension. And I wouldn't put it behind this person to actually manifest you into being. So you're manifesting them with the help of this series and they're manifesting you. I think this is an individual that you will have a lot of really magical moments with. You could communicate telepathically. You could dream of this person before you see them into your reality. I have a feeling that this individual could be sending you sexual energy long before you guys meet. I feel that for some of you, you know this person ever since you were a small child. You felt like you had a soulmate around you. And finally, when you reach the appropriate age, when the stars align for your manifestation, boom, this person comes into your reality. So Osiris is a really interesting figure because he had a very complicated relationship with his brother Set. Actually, Set killed him and dismembered him and threw his limbs all over Egypt. And Isis, under the cover of the night, Isis was his sister, but also lover. Yeah, you know, myths. She had to go under the cover of the night to find all of his limbs and use her sexual magic rituals to bring him back to life. She brought him back to life long enough so that they can mate and have a child, and they created Horus, the god of light. And afterwards, he was returned to the underworld, where together with Anubis, he takes care of the dead and he helps them reach the afterlife. So, and also with Maat, so there's a whole pantheon there of gods of the underworld in Egyptian lore. But Osiris is the famous one that a lot of people associate with death and becoming, you know, the transition from the life of the living, the material reality, to the spiritual plane, the immaterial reality. So what we have here is an individual that oftentimes was also associated with fertility and with the flora that was created by the Nile that was irrigating that specific portion of Egypt so that people could thrive and eat and, you know, benefit from all of the beautiful energy of that portion in the north of Africa that was actually irrigated. So we have here a really interesting mixture of fertility and abundance, but also darkness and a lot of transformation. And I would definitely think, and all of a sudden I had the spasm in my neck. Interesting. This person could have some placements in their chart that touch upon the Taurus and Scorpio energies. So yeah, fertility, but darkness, emotional wealth, and also material wealth. Really, really interesting energy. I think that, as I said, There is something quite magical about how this individual will appear in your life. I think when you will meet them, it's kind of like they will say certain things, they will look at you in a certain way. It's like you would see a past lifetime with them when you guys exchange eyes. It could even be a love at first sight kind of energy. We see here very clearly Osiris has this golden solar energy emanating from his eyes, and his body is usually depicted in green to actually speak of the fertility of the river Nile. So we have here, yeah, and it's so beautiful how Isis is holding him upright, is the strong woman behind the man. So I'm getting a similar energy to what I got with group 2, this power couple kind of vibration. I'm not sure if you guys are actually going to have children together. You might be the kind of couple that decides to go childless, but nonetheless, you'll have a really powerful effect in the lives of people around you. And I think that this is because you might both be occult practitioners, occult teachers, you might both be healers. So let's see what is the core positive aspect of this person's character. I'm going to show you the qualities but also the defects of this person, because I will try to do my best to help you manifest a real person. So as you know, we're human, fallible, we have all sorts of flaws but also wonderful qualities. So we have here the Hermit, and this is Yabamia, Word of God creating all. The keywords are alchemy and transformation. Oh my God. Rules, natural events, helps with spiritual progress. You're going to meet this person exactly when you need to meet this person, because being with them, making love with them, exchanging energy with them, talking with them, it's going to be part of your spiritual journey and your spiritual ascension process. For some of you, this could be your twin flame. So I'm very clearly going to put this out there. If you're drawn to Isis and Osiris, they form together a couple. It's very rarely that you would see them split from one another. Then it's a very clear indication that this is basically the same kind of soul, but in two different gendered bodies. So we have here, and maybe in some cases same-sex bodies, but this series is specifically aimed at single heterosexual women. So we have here a person that can transmute energy. They transform traumatic energies into something wise and full of strength and positivity. This is a person that, for example, might have been physically abused when they were little, but instead of becoming an abuser themselves, they actually dealt with their trauma in a very conscious, brave way. And now they're helping other people recover from abuse rather than going out about into society and unconsciously creating the same kind of trauma that happened to them. So this is a very, very aware, conscious individual. They're very sensitive to energies. They might actually say some really uncomfortable truths the first time they meet you, and you'll be like, wow, how is this person piercing through me? How does this person know these things about me? You know, it's going to be very hard to hide things from this person because they are incredibly intelligent with the Hermit energy here. Studious, intelligent, book smart, but also street smart. This is a very careful observer. And because they are so observant, because they are able to match life experience with the intelligence that they acquire through study and from books, this person is really unbreakable in their spiritual, higher-minded crown chakra energy. Their third eye is wide open, and they pick up on all sorts of things from a variety of different dimensions. You'll feel an instant connection with them, an instant familiarity. And yeah, definitely you share a past life with this person as well. What is the darker aspect of this person? I'm a little bit afraid because this person is so powerful. Okay, it's not that bad. 3 of Pentacles. So we have here Orobas. Answers questions about the past, present, and future. Gives dignities. Grants the favor of friends and foes. Faithful servant. The problem with this individual is that they're going to be a workaholic. You're going to have to prepare with the fact that this person might have to pass on a romantic date night with you because they actually need to go and help exorcise a person or deal with the Dark Sentinel or actually pull a tarot reading cards because it's the night of the full moon. And maybe on the night of a full moon, you might feel very sexy and very turned on and you just want your lover for yourself. But this person has a duty to the collective to perform a certain cleansing ritual or to help people that come to them with all sorts of immaterial problems, and this person cannot refuse them. So they're a little bit addicted to helping other people, and also because they have this gift, you know, because they have this life experience, they feel like they have to act in the service of the collective. They have to help other people. So the problem with this individual is that you might need to, we all need to do something in a personal connection. So please don't take it personally like, oh my God, why do I have to put in work in a connection? We all need to put work in connections. That's how we sustain them. That's how we grow through them. There is a feeling here that you might need to let this person know that it's okay for them to rest, that they can heal people at other specific moments. It doesn't all have to perfectly align all the time. They can heal a person as beautifully on the night of the waxing crescent moon as on the night of the full moon. And then maybe certain full moons can be shared in yummy states of intimacy and romance with each other, rather than always giving something out to other people. So you might need to help this person curb their sense of service. But I feel that at the same time, you might be the prime benefactor of the sense of service, because they will want to serve you. They will want to tend to you. They will be such a careful listener, almost to the point where sometimes you might feel like, I wish I had a smoke screen around me so that you wouldn't pierce with your laser eye knowledge and intuition through what I'm going through. This person can sense when you're tired, when you're sick, when you're hiding something, when you're exhausted, when you need. This person can sense what you need, So they might surprise you by making you exactly the kind of meal you wanted, or telling you exactly the kind of thing you needed to hear on the day. It will be this game where you might not even need to put things into words. It's like this person will already transmit to you what they noticed about you. Sometimes they can be infuriating because they do have this I know better attitude, and maybe in certain moments you might just need to tell them fair and square, look, this is what I need and this is how the situation is going, so please stop making decisions for me. So this might be the downside in this connection, and I'm just letting you know, because forewarned means that you'll be able to handle it in a better light than if you don't know what you're dealing with beforehand. Yeah. Okay, now I'm trying to move away from this light so that it doesn't cast some strange imprints on the video. It was 11:11 when I said that, so I'm talking about light right in the moment when the Grandmaster number of manifestation appeared. So you guys are gonna bring more light into the collective. You could be two light workers coming together. The core major arcana energy of this individual, the Emperor. Wow. Wow. And actually, to be honest, it doesn't surprise me so much, because indeed this individual has the best of the material energy that is around, the best of that emotional energy that is around, of the capacity to act and the spiritual connection with the divine that is around, and also of the capacity to think and logically plan and take decisions based on facts rather than just intuition. So this guy is the King of Wands, the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and which one? And the King of Swords, all put together. Yeah. It's wonderful how I'm getting a little bit flustered and intimidated. I'm wondering whether this is my pile as well, because it's I don't know, but I can already pick up on this person's energetic charge, and it's that kind of a charge that, for example, when this person is at their best, when they're well rested, when they are feeling good, it's like they can really shift the electrical devices around them. Like, for example, they might really screw up your phone, or they might not be able to pay at the register at the supermarket because their energy is like messing with the chips, messing with electronic energy. They have that kind of a force field around them. And I think that even though I don't know if they're embodied yet or where they are at the moment, but I can actually pick up on this energy, and it's really destabilizing me on an energetic level. Wow, you're getting a really interesting partner, but not as group one God or group two from the point of view of this hero, athletic, positive, optimistic energy. This is more of a person that, wow, can really mess up energetic frequencies. But they are choosing to act in light, not in darkness. So this is the really important aspect you need to understand. And yes, indeed, with the Emperor here, this person's dark side is that they can have this I know best mentality that can be infuriating, or they might find it very difficult to admit that they're wrong or they made a mistake. So you're going to have to teach them a little bit to be more honest with their shortcomings, and to accept them. There's nothing wrong in having shortcomings. Although this person could find it personally like an attack because they're actively working to become the best, to be a really high-minded individual. And sometimes they might forget that it is part of human nature and of our light to also incorporate our shadows. Now, what do we have here? Another of this person's great qualities. I'm kind of rushing through this. Maybe this is an individual that likes to get things. They like to respond to things, to energies on the spot, so that they don't amass negative energy. It's like they like to quickly handle a situation and not to let things pile up. Mostly because they transmute the energy, so they need their channels of changing the energy to be clear at all times. We have here the amethyst, and this says, revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you feel loved for who you truly are. Wow, okay, you feel love for who you truly are. So this individual is able to unlock a lot of blocked energy in people's lives. No wonder that they're doing what they're doing and that they're in this spiritual-minded profession. This is a person that is incredibly empathetic and spiritual. It's like they are incredibly psychic. You know, I'm just gonna say it. Almost like if you're a witch, they're a warlock. You know. The problem with this guy is actually allowing people in. I see it very clearly here. Allowing people in, allowing people to help them, and allowing people to heal their energy and body as well. Because they do so much for other people, and they're so aware of how they need to protect their energy that sometimes they can get a little bit paranoid. It's like, is it safe enough to let this person in? You know, they can get into these really interesting mind games with equally powerful psychics or occult practitioners, when in reality all that this person needs is to relax and trust, because nothing can break them. They are this kind of individual with Osiris here that they might go through cycles of death and rebirth, and even though they might feel defeated at certain points in their life, they will always manage to come back up. And you're going to help them in this process. And this is the thing. They're going to learn to trust more the moment that they meet you and fall in love with you. So this is the effect that you will have on their own spiritual journey. And the effect that they will have on your spiritual journey is that they will help you overcome a really tough situation. You might meet them at a very low point in your life when your energy is low and it's depleted and you're thinking, I cannot manifest. What is happening with me? Who is interfering with my energy? Am I still connected to the divine? Am I hexed? What is happening? Exactly in that moment, you meet this person that is meant to unblock you. And as they unblock you, you help them trust. You feed each other so beautifully on a spiritual level. God, this is so gorgeous. So let's see. What is the potential self-sabotage that this person might bring into your connection? Artificial heart, blocking their feelings away, keeping themselves a mystery, creating a haze. This person is such a Scorpio energy. This person prefers to know everything about another person while keeping themselves mysterious, so that they cannot be wounded or attacked or made vulnerable. This person really doesn't like it when they're vulnerable. They don't like it. They take it very personally. They think that it's because I haven't been doing my work well. I haven't been cleansing my energy. It's all my fault. And they're a bit too tough on themselves sometimes. They need to trust more. And I think that sometimes this person goes through these darker periods where they feel like the divine energy that they're serving, the light energy that they're serving, is not worth it. I feel that this person can absorb other people's trauma so much so that sometimes they might forget to let some parts of it go, and that can really end up messing with their energy. So it's like from time to time, they need a partner to help them through the darkness, to help them through this process of transforming energy for other people, and to remind them to not get stuck into the underworld, to come back up to life and enjoy abundance, prosperity, stability. For example, you might need to schedule holidays for the two of you guys, because this person could work and serve and, you know, can be quite intense about the work that they put out there, the energy that they put out there, and they kind of take it upon themselves to kind of do more and be more and test themselves more and see what else they can encounter from the many dimensions that they travel to, maybe astral projections, you know, maybe through spell work, maybe through mediumship. But you're going to have to remind them to melt a little bit, to not go into this robotic, I'm going to work all the time mentality, that they also have a heart and that they are vulnerable and that they also need healing from time to time, and that it's safe for them to just let loose and let go. And you're going to fulfill this beautiful healing role in their life while they also give to you and nourish you and provide for you. Match made in heaven, yeah? What are the other astrological energies in this person's chart? The significant ones that we need to know about? Yeah, Taurus. So as I said at the beginning, this person might have planets in Taurus and in Scorpio. They are a very intense worker. They take a lot of things very seriously, both on an emotional and on a material level. Taurus creates material, pragmatic wealth, money, good food, a great house, living in a good neighborhood, connections with all the right people that can support you and protect you. Well, Scorpio creates emotional stability, bonds of trust that can never be broken. Scorpio is all about, pregnancy as well. Not only death, but also pregnancy. All those connections that we establish with beings and things that are not in this material world. It can even be a connection, a heart connection that you wake up to with a person that has long been dead. For example, a kindred spirit connection that you might experience with a famous writer that is no longer among us, or a famous painter, like you really love Van Gogh and you feel like Van Gogh could be your soulmate because there are so many characteristics between that person's life and your own life. But unfortunately, you cannot be together because Van Gogh is long dead, right? And you're here incarnated in this moment in time. Nonetheless, this is what Scorpio rules over, these immaterial, beautiful soul connections, while Taurus provides the material stability. So yeah, you're going to get both a stable person, a stubborn individual, but also an individual that can go through the most intense situations with you and help bring you back up to life. What else do we have here? The 6th house. So this is about sustainability. Yeah, this person is not going to give up. If they made a promise to be by your side, they're going to keep to it. If they decided that you're their person, this is it. They're not going to back down. They are going to stay by your side through thick and thin. This is the long-term committed partner that maybe if you were a person that was constantly placed in these situations of having people coming in and out of your life, this is the reward that the universe is bringing for you. A person that can also be like a spiritual guru. I feel like this person can help you transcend lower desires, maybe sexual needs or sexual blockages. This person can help heal that, can maybe open you up to the pleasures of sexuality, to help stoke up that Kundalini energy back into your body, to align your chakras. This person can truly make your fantasies come true in the bedroom. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. They know exactly what the right buttons to push, what to give to you, in what amount, for how long, how to apply pressure, how to not apply pressure. This is an individual that just looks at you and knows that tonight you might want to have a really fast romp in the hay, and the next night you might just want to be cuddled and softly kissed before you go to bed. So it's a person with rhythm. It's a person with a very good understanding of human psychology and of the subtle cues, the subtle energies that take place in between individuals that are very good at hiding who they really are. This person sees who people really are. I also have here number 44, so this is definitely a spiritual husband to you. This is definitely somebody that will reset your love energy if it has been depleted, if you feel like that's it, I'm over, I'm done with this energy. This is the kind of vibration that's coming through. And I'm actually so much light in the room at the moment, and I'm doing my best to try to move my chair away from you guys so that you don't see this really weird slanted things across my face. But this is the energy that this person is going to bring. It's a lot of heat, a lot of light, and this is not an individual for the faint-hearted, okay? I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to put it out there. This person has a really intense energy. The archetypal core energy that they have is the warrior, okay? Wow. This person goes to war. This person, I think similar to, was it group 3 where we had the Piscean energy? That was a very subtle, soft energy. But this person has a very very scorpionic energy. I don't know if you guys have been around Scorpios, but you know, you can feel the tension that they hold in. You can feel the volcano underneath, even though on the surface they're like cracking jokes and looking like the popular guy in the neighborhood. You feel the tension, you feel the burning energy within them, like they're a motor that never sleeps, you know. And this is a person that can easily heal from any altercation. And this is an individual that really defeats their enemies, has success in any battle, whether this is a psychological battle or an actual physical battle. This individual comes up wound-free. I think that this person actually is more worried about emotional trauma than physical trauma. I think that with physical trauma, if they get a blunt to their head or if somebody attacks them, they're okay. They can heal much more easily from emotional trauma. Emotional trauma in this case would be abandonment, neglect. I feel like this person is even a little bit afraid of being energetically held together by a nemesis, like an equally powerful, darker energy that appears in their life to teach them how to be more humble. So this person will fight until the end. They are a spiritual warrior nonetheless. And I do think that they come up healing from any altercation. And it's kind of, they go one level up, they rise above, like the phoenix bird. They burn through their ashes and then they come back up to life, braver, bolder, cleaner, more authentic, and more humble as well. Humbled by the experience and made better all throughout. The core qualities of this individual, to wrap up your reading, are aspiration, that you can see it. Aspiration, yeah. And we also have here bravery. Wow. Yeah, this is dark Mars energy, Pluto energy. We have it very strongly represented here with Osiris, an individual that is not afraid to go to the underworld to bring back your soul to life. This is an individual that even if you go into a state of cardiac arrest or you're very close to having a near-death experience, they might shout or scream or do something to pull you back up and bring you back to reality, because they still need you here. Your story is not over. And it's like an individual that even though you have a connection and for whatever reason you guys decide to part ways, you will always feel them. They will always be around you. It's like it would feel as if even though they're not by your side, they are there. You will feel their sexual energy. You will feel their thoughts, their words, everything. It's like once you guys connect at a deeply physical and soul level, and once you guys actually met in the 3D, nothing can break your bond. It's such a strong energy. Wow. You guys are manifesting fantastic people. I mean, wow, I can't believe it. Anyway, I need to kind of recover from this energy and from the heat of the sun that has been blazing throughout your reading. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I do hope to see you in episode number 2 to see if you choose Osiris again and to see how your relationship will develop. And until next time, take great care of yourself. Stay in the light. Hey Group 5, hello my loves, welcome to Thank You Next, the series in which I help you manifest your next romantic soulmate. Welcome for those of you that were drawn to this green jade angel. So let's find out, first of all, what is the core divine masculine energy of the person you're manifesting next. Okay, so we have here the green man, abundance. The green man can usually be found in Celtic, Irish, British mythology. This is an apparition that is very close to nature, a spirit that is incredibly abundant, fertile, in touch with the ground, the earth, a sensual presence. I always think when I look at this card that this looks a lot like the actor Sebastian Stan. He's a Romanian-American actor that you guys might know from Captain America. So he is, I'm trying not to think about Sebastian Stan, who by the way will be coming up next on Astro Hunks. This is an energy of a guy that is quite sensual. I think that this is a person that physically looks very pretty. Even for a guy, this is an individual that can turn heads, not because of the fact that they look quite muscular, but because they have very beautiful features. This is an individual with maybe luscious lips, maybe they have really nice cheekbones. There is a sense here that they have like a very well designed eyebrows, and it's like a natural shape. They don't need to do much like pluck them or tweeze them. This is a person with a full set of hair. It's just an individual maybe with beautiful eyes, very charming, low voice, a very charismatic demeanor. They know what to say, for how long to speak, how to move their body. A very charismatic person, a person that is a little bit like a magician in terms of being able to flirt with individuals in a very natural, unassuming way, but a way that puts you at ease and makes you imagine romantic encounters. That's my phone, sorry about this, but you heard the bell, right? So this person is gonna bring like a sprinkle of magic, something quite sweet, like a very beautiful sound, a beautiful scent, like when you eat a really good dessert for the first time and you suddenly make it your favorite. I'm finding it hard to speak. I think that this person is not going to be so communicative. I think that they're going to express themselves predominantly in nonverbal ways. And if you actually have a look at this green man at the card, there's a feeling here that this person could be very talented with their fingers. Take that and apply it as you wish, okay? It's your imagination here too, guys. But I think that this person, for example, could have very beautiful hands. They might be great at singing, playing instruments as well. Maybe they are great at craftsmanship. Maybe they are sculptors or painters or DIY artists. Maybe this is a person that creates miniature models or toys, or is actually a very good tailor. Maybe this is a great cook as well. So a profession that allows them to work with their hands, to manipulate things and give them a really nice smooth finish. I think that for some of you, this could be a person that creates their own furniture. So this could be a carpenter potentially. I feel that this is a person that also has a business that could be handed down from generation to generation. For some of you, this can be somebody that is born on the Mediterranean part of the world. So maybe Spain, Italy, Greece, Croatia. There's a feeling here that this person comes from a family with heritage, a really rich cultural background, and they're very happy to actually share this with other people. Maybe even Monaco for some of you guys. Yeah, so a European, definitely, or a person that comes from a European family. I'm trying to pick up, there's the Celtic cross, the symbol on his chest. This person can be deeply religious or at least spiritual, might have been raised in a deeply religious family or a family with very strong moral values. So this person is very commonsensical. They know their place in society. They know their place in the pecking order. I have a feeling this could be a younger child or the middle child of a family with a lot of men. So it could be that maybe, you know, he is the middle child in a group of 3 brothers, or the youngest in a group of 3 brothers, or even 7, I'm hearing for some of you. So this person can come from a very big family with a lot of class, elegance, wealth. I wouldn't put it behind this guy to even come from a family that is famous, a famous European old money kind of family. This is a wealthy individual, but the paradox is that they really wanted to craft their own niche in society. So even if this person was born with a trust fund, I think that from a very early age, they were like, no, I want to do something. You know, I don't just want to sit on my parents' money or wait for my inheritance to kick in. I feel that this person was naturally talented at something. Like even when they were a kid, I'm kind of getting this vision of them playing with cubes and, you know, organizing and sorting through things. They were very curious. They would never sit still, and they really needed to do something with their hands. They needed to perform, to learn a certain skill in order to reproduce it for other people. This person could also be a great tap dancer. That's what I'm hearing. And maybe they tried to create performances that imitate Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers' tap dances, you know, from old classic Hollywood movies. So yeah, this is a very sweet, old school, super skilled and talented person. I'm getting Leo and Gemini energies, especially Gemini very strongly due to the hands and the fingers. So this person is very tactile. They could have certain extrasensorial abilities, you know, like maybe telekinesis. They just are incredibly, I feel that whatever this person touches, it grows. So if this person were to put their hand on your chest, it's not like your breasts are gonna grow, but it's like your heart is gonna open up. Okay, don't take it too literally, but yeah, it might be good if this person would have this special power. Yeah. You wouldn't need a surgeon. So there is a feeling here that where are these things coming from? I think that this person cracks a lot of jokes and might say really uncomfortable things. Like I would imagine this person sitting around the family diner and everybody's like very serious, discussing about religion and politics and the economy, and then all of a sudden this person cracks a dirty joke. They have that very interesting, voluble, flexible mind. They're very sparkly. Very, very strong Gemini energy. And if this person is not a Gemini sun, they could be a Gemini ascendant, or at least a Gemini Mars or Venus. So let's see right now the core quality of this person. I am reading both the qualities and the defects of this individual because I want to help you manifest a real person. And as you guys know, we are human and fallible, so we have both light and dark within ourselves. So let's see. We have here King of Pentacles, and this is Lehahia. Wow. The adored God. The keywords are obedience causes harmony and peace, calms anger in anyone. Yes, one of the main qualities of this individual is the fact that they are so humorous. They make people laugh. They instantly put them at ease. Very similar energy to group 1. So maybe some of you might have been drawn towards 1 and group 5 as well, because they share this thing in common. But group 1 had more of a Sagittarius energy, and lo and behold, group 5 is more of the opposite of Sagittarius energy, the Gemini counterpart. So there's a feeling here that this person has a mischievous duality. They're very curious. They love to discuss facts. They love to share information. This person could bombard you with memes, and they can easily flip from a lighthearted, casual conversation to an intense and sexual and arousing one. So be careful, because this person might exchange memes and then some other, you know, pics of their body parts very quickly. But this is how they keep you interested. This is how they keep things going. And there's nothing that this person enjoys more than to hear you talk about something that you're very knowledgeable about, you know, like an Aquarius. So if you are talented with a certain skill, if you acquire a lot of knowledge about a specific subject, please talk to this person about it. They would love to hear you out. It's kind of like they will absorb everything that you share with them. They will trust your expertise, and then it's kind of like they will incorporate it into their own repertoire of skills and interests. And they wouldn't be ashamed around you to introduce you to their friends and to kind of put you center stage so that you can talk to their friends about all the many beautiful things you know. They will actually be quite proud of you. With the King of Pentacles, it's kind of like this person has it's kind of like they feel like you belong to them, and they take pride in showing their friends their newest find. It's I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it's kind of like show and tell. You know how in American schools, children usually go with certain objects that they think are valuable or important, and they have to describe to the class why they think this object is important to them, or what can other people learn from this new find that they had. This is the similar energy that I see with this person. Now, the shadow aspect, we have here the world, Vapula, and I just said something really naughty in my language. Sorry guys. So the keywords are makes one skilled in labor and crafts, increases knowledge of philosophy and science. This person has a really dirty mind, because I keep I keep coming up with these kind of giggles and like random twists of tongue in the reading today. So yeah, expect this person to surprise you with all sorts of random things that they're going to say, but they will be so intelligent, and the way that they deliver the lines, it's going to come at exactly the right time, that I think it's going to make you laugh with like your hands on your belly, you know, like from the whole body completely. So we have here, makes one skilled in labor and crafts, increases knowledge in philosophy and science. So this is a person that can be a little bit irritating in an argument, because they're not going to get angry, they're not going to raise their voice, but they will question everything you say. But why did you say that? But could you tell me more? But how do you know for sure that you're actually, you know, that opinion is supported? Where are your facts? Can you tell me what scientific paper have you read? This is the kind of individual that it's kind of like you feel like strangling them during a conversation, because they're not going to react to your emotional reaction or outpouring. They're just going to be like that very self-contained, intelligent nerd in the classroom, and they're just going to be like, like almost like the Inquisition. Very self-contained, very proper, and irritating on their focus on facts when you just want to have an emotional implosion in front of them, you know. But at the same time, they can easily calm you down. They can help you laugh about the whole situation, laugh about your own limitations, because they also don't take themselves too seriously. This is an individual that doesn't take much seriously in this lifetime. And this can be a little bit of their downfall, because I think that this guy has a problem with responsibility. But at the same time, it's a blessing, because you know, life is a fun game when you don't take things so seriously, and it can never run into this whole hubristic understanding of the world that certain people have, that they think that they're full of themselves and they're all that jazz. You know, this person is very, in a weird way, they're kind of humble, even as they are ironic and incredibly intelligent and sarcastic at the same time. The major arcana energy is the Chariot, of course. This is a person that moves fast. They like to shift information around. This is such a Gemini, guys, such a Gemini energy. I also feel like I'm talking very animated and quite quickly. It's like this person needs to be reminded to stop, drop, and roll. Like, take a breath, calm down. I do think that this person, okay, could suffer from ADHD, might be on medication for it, okay? I think that from time to time when this person is not on medication, they are really excellent at absorbing a lot of unnecessary facts and skills and details. This person could also be into jazz. They might really appreciate playing jazz or going to places where jazz is played. It's a very dynamic, fast, intelligent, witty, magical kind of energy, but one that is very hard to contain and live with on the daily basis, because I think it can get easily exhausted unless you are an air sign yourself, or you're really looking to a partner that can mentally stimulate you. So let's see here, the shadow aspect of this person. We have here naked before the stars. It's very hard to actually understand what is this person all about at their core. What do they really believe in? What is their core vulnerability? Because this person tends to switch quickly in between opposing views. They can be quite contradictory, but at the same time, because they entertain both sides of the same coin, they give you a weird feeling of being free. It's kind of like they're a free thinker. With them, you can explore the most outrageous ideas, the most outrageous thoughts. This is a person that, if you're a scientist or a researcher, or you're just a natural curious cat, excellent counterpart for you. You can sit and talk to this person about the capital punishment, astrology, childhood rhymes, rap music, cooking in Finland, all sorts of like random things in the same conversation, and it will be one of the most interesting conversations you ever had, and it will give you ideas for months to come as to how you can improve your own practice or skills or whatever else you're passionate about. This is also a person that can surprise you with how passionate they are. Like in the middle of a really interesting conversation, they could just all of a sudden start kissing you very passionately. You might actually end up having spontaneous, incredibly fast and hot sex with this person, just to go back afterwards in your pillow talk at to the point at which you guys stopped your conversation at, you know. It's a very much like a Gemini energy, like a Gemini lover. So we have here as well the diamond, Wow, a diamond in the rough. Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. The best thing about this person is that they are incredibly communicative. They will tell you how much they love you, how much weight you lost, if this is something that you have on your mind, how talented you are, how beautiful you look in that particular dress. They might even have plans to maybe photograph you in a specific way, or draw you, or include you into their projects, into their group of friends. This is a person that is very sweet and kind-hearted. Even though they can be a little bit chaotic and all over the place, they are so adorable at heart. It's like they never killed that inner child within themselves, you know. They're constantly playful and ready to, oh, let's go and do this, oh, let's go and do that, you know. And it's not a problem with them if you change your mind. That's the really beautiful part, you know. They might not provide you long-term stability, responsibility, consistency, but they make a great friend. You are allowed to change your mind with them. You can be weird and bizarre with them, you know. You can tell them some of your deepest, darkest desires. I don't know, for example, if you have a fetish for tentacle porn, you can safely discuss it with this person, you know, and you guys might even laugh about it, you know. You might create some funny memes about it. I mean, anything goes with this individual. They're so open-minded and free-thinking. The only thing that I guess would be like the downside is that they don't like to hover on deeper feelings. They don't like to discuss sickness or tragedy or drama or things that are very dark. I think they like to discuss things that are dark, like crime thrillers and things like that, or like murder mysteries. But they don't like this to happen in their own life, and they don't want to talk about the difficult emotional things that they've been going through in their own life. This person has a little bit of an issue processing emotional trauma and talking about themselves, talking about the emotional things that they've been going through. But they can talk about what other people have been emotionally going through, and they are curious to find out. So I think that with the diamond here, this person has a very big heart. They are quite confident. They are quite optimistic as well. Now, let's see the other astrological energies. Of course, yeah, I mentioned it. So Aquarius. This person could be an out-of-the-world combination of Gemini and Aquarius, two air signs, very much in their mind, very preoccupied with progress, innovation, technology. This person can repair all of the technological gadgets in your house, create a computer game for you and give it to you as a birthday gift. They are just like, they might enjoy virtual reality. They might have the funniest, craziest fantasies and role play fantasies in the bedroom. You're never gonna get bored with this person. So if you're a person that gets bored easily, if you're a person that doesn't enjoy traditional relationships, this is the counterpart for you. Wow. You're going to navigate Pluto and Aquarius, that era that is coming up from next year, with so much gusto alongside this individual if you're manifesting them in this period. Wow. So we also have here Aries, act. Yeah. So this is, and I got so excited. This person is incredibly fast. With Aries and the Chariot here, this is a determined person full of willpower. One thing that people don't really know about Geminis, it's how ruthlessly ambitious they are. You know, they usually create this hazy glow, like, you know, I'm just a little bit whoopsie daisy, and oh, I switch very quickly from one thing to another, and oh, dog, what is that? You know, like they quickly change their attention span. But if a Gemini wants to achieve something, they will get it. They know exactly how to talk. They know when to say certain things. They know whom to manipulate and what strings to pull behind the scenes, how to get people to give them exactly what they want, just by sometimes not saying or not doing much. They are very clever at doing these kind of things. So yeah, be mindful of this individual. They usually get what they want, and they do it in such a subtle way that it looks as if it's a win for you that you gave them what they wanted from you. Does that make sense? So they're very good and clever politicians as well. And potentially this person could work in politics. They might be a great orator. They might need to design some speeches. They might be a campaign manager. They might be a shadow writer for a strong political figure out there. So yeah, interesting. This person could also do research on the dark web. There is something really techie, very out there about them. They could have like a really interesting hairdo, really interesting tattoos, all sorts of like symbols that they decorate their body with. They are definitely Star Trek or Star Wars fans, you know, the whole Marvel universe, all of that, or Lord of the Rings, you know, Game of Thrones. They love that fantasy world. And yeah, I think that they're great consumers of sci-fi novels as well, and even like anime and manga. Okay, what is the core archetypal energy of this person? Kairos. And give me a second, guys, because I have to say, for the first time in a very long while, I'm not really familiar with what Kairos means. I know it's a Greek word, but I think it has to do with meaning. Uniquely, timely, the spontaneous, the radically particular. So I think the right time at the right moment, a person that comes into your life like a bolt out of the blue. If you're taking time at the moment to really work with this series and the energy I'm putting out there for you guys to feel and think and manifest this person, you are going to manifest a bolt out of the blue. When you least expect it, this person is going to enter into your life. This person could have incredibly out of this world light blue eyes, kind of like Paul Newman eyes. If you guys have seen any of his movies, those azure blue kind of eyes, you know, a little bit electric. And Paul Newman was also an Aquarius sun with a Pisces moon, so of course the eyes are like standing out with this guy. But you know how the planet Uranus is tilted in its movement, and it has that incredibly clear blue gaseous energy. Well, this is the same kind of energy that I see very strongly represented with this one. So a person that has piercing blue eyes, or just eyes that seem electric and very awake, very curious. And I feel that this person is like out of this world in terms of their ideas, their inventions. I think, you know, if you are coming to this person with a problem, they are going to take it in and they are going to design a machine that will help fulfill that need for you. And I can tell you guys, I was married to an Aquarius. Oh my God, they are so good at just crafting things out of thin air. You know, like you come to them with a problem, they come to you with a practical solution. They are excellent at this. Not so good in terms of the emotional aspects. The emotional aspects really scare Aquarians. So that will be the downside of this guy. But I mean, you're attracting a wealthy individual who's incredibly skilled, who is intelligent, who's funny. I mean, what more do you want, right? I think this is a great counterpart, especially if you're a person that gets bored easily and needs diversity. And I'm tripping over my words because, wow, is this like riding a horse? This is how this energy feels. It's like you're riding a wild stallion into the unknown, and it feels exciting and fun, but eventually you're gonna have to stop and, you know, get a drink of water and go to sleep and maybe feed your horse as well. So the core beautiful qualities of this person are, we have here beginnings, and we also have here paradoxically tranquility. So as excitable as this individual is, as sociable as they're going to put forth this social butterfly kind of energy, especially when you guys are out together in public. They're going to want to talk to everyone. They're going to try to be everyone's friend. You know, they're going to try to get as much knowledge as possible. But when they come home with you, they might be incredibly silent and just focused on the day-to-day aspects of life, washing the dishes, cleaning the carpet, you know, being next to you and just sitting on a couch watching, I don't know, Netflix or HBO together. This is the kind of energy that I see here. This is actually quite a sweet, loyal, uncomplicated person in the private life. They're not so good with emotions, but they will bring you a sense of tranquility. And I also have here with beginnings, this person will come into your life exactly when you need a fresh start. So if you find yourself in this kind of energy at the moment, you're very close to manifesting exactly this individual, group 5. Wow, so take this reading, and if you've enjoyed what you heard in it, wonderful, manifest. Feel free to tweak certain aspects about this person. This is just the blueprint. I'm just a messenger. You are the powerful creator. Okay, guys? So I hope to see you in my second episode to see if you choose the green man again and to see how your relationship is developing. Up until then, take care. See you then. Ciao. Hey Group 6, hello my loves, welcome to Thank You Next, the series in which I help you manifest your next romantic soulmate. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Rhodonite heart. I need to tell you guys, before I jump into your reading, I feel really excited. I think that this might be my pile as well. I don't know why, but usually after I do a number of choices, I feel quite drained, and this is the 6th choice and I feel ridiculously excited. So this is already some strong, beautifully positive energy I'm picking up on. So let's find out, who is this person we're mutually manifesting? I'm gonna start first by looking at the divine masculine energy of this person. We have Eros, love. I pre-shuffled these oracle cards before I started the reading, but I actually forgot the options that I created because I had other personal readings to create in the meanwhile. But wow, Eros. This is fantastic. This is the energy of love that emanates straight through the dark chaos of the cosmos, in Greek mythology at least. So the ancient Greeks thought that out of the messiness and darkness of the chaos springs forth this light of God, fertility, and the divine, Eros. And usually Eros is depicted as a small little cherub with a bow and arrow, and this cannot be further from the initial depiction of this god. This is the embodiment of both Venus and Mars, both pleasure and receptivity, and action and willpower, sexuality and romance, perfectly fused together into this blending that actually helps us from this human plane connect with the spiritual world. So Eros is love energy at its finest, romantic love energy at its finest. The energy that is unleashed when soulmates or twin flames come together to make love and to create new life here on the earthly plane. So you're getting, I would say, I mean, I don't want to exaggerate, but we're manifesting, guys, so why not manifest the best, right? You're manifesting a perfect lover, okay? A really 120% right up there, perfect lover. Somebody that can replenish your energy as they're sexually healing you, as they're romantically nourishing you, as they're gently teaching you about tenderness, all in one. It's like, wow. It's like you're going to be focused on your Kundalini energy, your chakras will be aligned when you are together with this person. And it's like you will never run out of creative ideas or creative energy. This is beautiful because if you're like me, I tend to be incredibly depleted by my romantic partners, which is one of the main reasons why I prefer being single, because then I can just be in my own energy without having to be depleted all of the time. So if this is an individual that actually gives you energy rather than takes you or takes the energy or drains you of energy while taking you, then this is an incredible energy. I'm super grateful for the fact that it appeared here today. Okay, are you ready? So let's see, what is the core main characteristic of this person? I'm trying to help you manifest a real person. And in order to do so, I'm focusing both on the qualities and the defects, some of the self-sabotaging aspects and also the lighter, brighter aspects of this person's character. So let's see, we have here the Magician. Oh my goodness. Nithayaha. The generous God. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Anyway, let's flow with it. The keywords are spiritual wisdom and magic. Helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. Oh my goodness. So this is an individual that is going to see through you. If you're this kind of individual that is a little bit afraid of people seeing through your mask, then this is not the reading for you. Please choose something else. This is an individual that never takes you at face value. This is an individual that will always ask you, how are you feeling? Even though they know already how you are feeling. This is a person that will make you feel seen to such a point that it will make you feel like you're naked all the time around this person, which can be arousing, right, in terms of that physical aspect of getting naked to make love, but it will also feel vulnerable. You will constantly feel vulnerable around this person, but in the best possible way, because this is not an individual that will take your vulnerability and use it against you, but it's like constantly tuning in to your emotional affection to make sure that you're okay, to make sure that you feel safe and protected. I feel like crying. This is so beautiful. With the Magician, this is also a powerful individual. They have all of the resources at hand to create a beautiful life by your side. This could be a person that is spiritual as well and might work in the occult community. This might be a person that you come together through work with. And you know, they notice you, you notice them, they manifest you, you manifest them. I think this is the similar kind of energy that we had with group 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, with Osiris. Just that that one was more darker. This one is so full of light, bathing in light. 2 light workers coming together. I feel here 2 potential witches, you know, a witch and a warlock. There is something incredibly white animal spirit energy about you guys. And I'm seeing this kind of green, golden, purple auras around you. It's like the High Priestess meets the Hierophant. That's kind of the energy. So let's see right now, what is this person's shadow self? 5 of Swords, Shabnok. And we have, or Sabnok, sorry. We have here, builds high towers, castles, and cities, afflicts men for many days with wounds full of rot and maggots. Whew. Oh God. Okay. Now, it's very interesting that I chose this pile as well, because I feel that you guys could resonate with this as well. Throughout my life, I've been very challenged. Short story. I've been very challenged, and every time people wanted to hurt me just because they could, just because they felt like, I should take advantage of this person, why not? They ended up being hurt back by unseen forces, double the intensity as to what they did to me. It's like I have this fierce protective energy around me, and I've known this energy ever since I was little, and this is part of the reason. Being aware of this energy and the spirits around me is part of the reason why I'm doing this kind of work for you guys. I feel that this person has the same, okay? So your Eros, okay, has a similar team of spirits and angels that fiercely protect them, fiercely guard them. And the interesting aspect is that when this person meets you and falls in love with you, it's like there will be some sort of commingling happen where both of your teams, first of all, will allow you to be in each other's lives. There will be this kind of like spiritual, energetic agreement around you guys. Both of your teams are going to be like, okay, this is safe. This individual is safe. Allow the love to pour through. We bless this union. And then it's kind of like they're gonna team up together. So if anybody tries to harm this connection, oh mama, I don't want to be in that person's role or life, because it's like they will incur some pretty bad karmic pain, and like something that could end up cursing themselves and their bloodline for generations to come. It's such a powerful stronghold. And when you see here, builds high towers, castles, and cities, I feel that you will build a home together with this person. If you are a person that is uprooted at the moment, still looking for a home, a place you can call your own, or wanting to manifest it, when you meet this person, it's like you needed this individual in order to manifest this home. By yourself, you weren't able to, no matter how much you tried to think about it, visualize it, bring your home into being. You need the power of this individual to manifest together. You guys will be so powerful together. It's ridiculous, honestly. Like, I'm being a little bit floored by this energy at the moment. Wow. Okay, so 5 of Swords. There could be a battle of wills between the two of you as well. There could be moments when some of you, you know, because you're so intuitive, because you're so magical, both of you, there will be moments when you're going to say, trust me on this. I know what is happening. I know what is coming. And the other person will say, no, trust me on this, because I know what is coming. I know what is happening. So there will be moments when you guys will need to, one of you will need to surrender to the other one's expertise. And I think it would benefit both of you if you take turns in an egalitarian way. It's like, right now, I'm surrendering to your understanding, and I put my whole trust in you, because the last time you did this for me. And this equal give and take is really going to solidify your connection and help you guys to not only trust one another and save each other out of really compromising situations, but it's going to also enhance each other's abilities so that you grow together and there isn't one person's will over the other one. But this person will try to be the more dominant one in the connection. So there will be this inner fierceness and strength that you need to demonstrate in the relationship with this person. We also have here the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, super lucky individual. This is a person that gets like 9 lives out of it. They get a green card, a get out of jail card, you know, very quickly. And when I don't know why I said green card. Maybe this is a person that can easily like switch citizenship or get whatever culturalization procedures that they need to get done very quickly. This is a person that has a wide variety of experiences under their belt. They might have gone through a variety of different experiences in love. They might have been married. They might have been, you know, separated or divorced. Maybe they've tried a short-term connection. Maybe they had one-night stands as well. Maybe they had workplace situation, relationships, you know. They have a variety of experiences. They traveled all over the world. They are well read and educated. I think they can speak many different languages. It's just this individual is very worldly, you know, they acquired a lot of life experience, and you're going to meet them at a point when they have seen it, most of it, you know, they've seen almost all of it. They haven't seen it all yet because they have yet to meet you and live with you. And I think you're going to enhance them and spiritually help them to ascend, as they will do the same to you. But this is an individual that is a little bit like, now what? You know, how can I grow? I feel that when they'll meet you, they'll know that I can only grow in a true soul bond with my mate, you know. And that's how they manifest you, and that's how you manifest them. 1111, when I said that. Hey, Grandmaster Manifestor number. So we have here a snake eating its own tail, the Ouroboros. This talks about the endless cycles of life and death, the season following one after the other, the cyclical nature of things. And it's also speaking about you, both of you, being in a transitional state when you meet each other. So if you find yourself in such a state at the moment, you could be very close to manifesting your beautiful Eros. Now, let's see. What could be the self-sabotaging aspect that this person brings into a connection? Forgetting oneself. This is really interesting, guys. Oh my God, my nose has started running. Yes, I know you're here. Thank you. So this is really, wow, Spirit is here so strongly. And it's because I'm channeling both of your energies, and they're off the charts, you know, like if I had like one of those... I don't know how they're called, but you know, one of those machines that measures frequencies and energy, it's like, it will go off the scale. Anyway, so we have here forgetting oneself. And if I'm not mistaken, in the Dark Mirror Oracle, this does talk about narcissists, or it does talk about a beautiful individual that primarily uses their beauty and hides their true spirit, their true character behind this beautiful pleasing facade. So I think this is a union between two very good looking individuals that could have easily coasted through life without problems, but also without a connection to the divine, by just relying on their looks, by just getting people to do things for them, and ending up in imprisoning codependent situations. But I think that both of you are fighting this, and especially your guy, you know, he is fighting this. He's actively working against this. I want people to love me for my character, not for the pretty package that they see on the outside. This can be a person that's also... they had to sacrifice something as they were growing up. This is the forgetting oneself. This is about killing a part of their ego. I feel that this is an individual that might have, I'm hearing the Olympics. They might have been an athlete, and maybe they participated in an Olympic sports competition. Maybe they won a couple of awards. Maybe they were the bee's knees when they were younger, you know, and everybody kind of flocked to them. And they quickly understood that the way in which they look and their skills can definitely magnetize a popular crowd towards them. And I think they reveled into the attention, they lapped the affection and satisfaction coming their way, but they quickly saw that it's only superficial. And in order for them to truly find a mind, body, soul connection, they have to kill that fake facade. So forgetting themselves means killing their ego and getting into their self. It's a similar story to, if you guys listen to Ram Dass and his story as he tried to ascend towards the ranks of academia and became a famous professor, and then completely let that go as he was having his spiritual awakening and started traveling through India and doing meditations and living life a little bit like a traveling pauper. So this is a very similar energy. This person is like, I'm letting go of all the awards and accolades and all the superficial aspects. I want to be on a spiritual journey. I want to find my soulmate. you. And I really want to build a life that is a lot about the inner character rather than the external exterior. But because this is the self-sabotaging card, I think that from time to time envy and jealousy could interfere with the beauty of your connection. And also, since you both are spiritually connected, your need to be alone to meditate and to entertain an exclusive connection with God is going to interfere with your capacity to establish intimacy with each other. So be mindful of that. I think that it's going to be a case of understanding that you both can be together thinking of God or entertaining a connection with God or the divine or spirit, however you want to call it. It doesn't have to be that you only access the divine when you're in solitude and when your energy is not commingled with that of your soulmate. So you have to find a way to share the spiritual experience that is so deeply intimate for both of you. Like praying together, for example, could be something that's really embarrassing for both of you at the beginning of your connection. But as you grow into this and you settle into a spiritual relationship and an erotic relationship as well, you guys are going to understand how beautifully commingled these aspects are. So let's see as well. Oh wow, peridot or perido. We have here life lessons. You can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing they contain. I was just talking about praying, right? So yeah, your connection to the divine, each on your own and also together, is gonna be like a pillar of light, honestly. Like you're gonna exude light. You will attract a lot of individuals, both on your own and together. And that's going to be the challenge. You're going to have to establish some very protective private boundaries. People can get ridiculously obsessed. When you guys come together, I feel like on your own, you both can magnetize obsessive attention from other people. But when you come together, it's like you create the spiritual power couple that is really gonna irk people in a variety of different ways, and you won't know what's coming towards you. Is it somebody that wants to hex you? Is it somebody that wants to be taught by you? Is it somebody that's really looking for help? You're gonna have to use your discriminative abilities to truly parse through all of the energies that will be drawn towards you, because you will attract people like moths to a flame, and you're gonna be like two twin flames. Ha! There you go. For some of you, this is your twin flame, so union with your twin flame. Yeah, of course, the astrological energies of this individual. I already know that my twin flame is a Scorpio. I've already met him, but increasingly I thought that he was not the one. But now it's like, since Jupiter hit Pisces, this is being super reconfirmed about the fact that it's him. It's always been him. Anyway, I'm trying not to project my own things onto this reading, although this is the pile I have also chosen to manifest. So, hey. Scorpio energy. This could be a Scorpio sun, a Scorpio moon, a Scorpio ascendant, somebody with a very strong Scorpio 7th house, even Venus in certain cases. You see a person is very comfortable with the dark side of human nature. They're not afraid, they're not intimidated. They actually pick up on all the subtle cues, on the subtle sexual energy that exists in a room full of people that pretend that they're very serious and moral and that they're not at all about the sex. Yeah, right. As if you can separate that from human instinct and human activity. This is an individual that, I don't know why, whenever I see these things, I think of, it looks like a penis. So this can be a person that is that exudes a little bit like a big dick kind of energy, but at the same time I think that it's not like they walk around prancing and being like, I'm the coolest person. It's just who they naturally are. They're very confident in their sexuality, very confident in their body. I think this person truly is working on their health, their well-being. This is an individual that definitely practices yoga or Pilates, or they do something with their body because they understand the connection between a healthy body, a clear connection to the divine and to the energy around you, the cleansing properties that come with sweating through exercise, so on and so forth. So yeah, this individual is healthy, is fit, is into spiritual movement. And they are incredibly powerful, both on a spiritual and emotional level, but also physically. They exude this athletic energy. So very attractive. We also have here, wow, solar calm. And this is clarify. For a moment I read clarity, clarify, solar calm. So this person brings a lot of light into your life. If you are a person that felt like, I am just a light for other people to consume, I constantly need to take a lot of time to replenish myself, as I help other people, and as I provide a light in a dark time. Now you're finally getting your own source of energy into your life. So this is a person that will feed you energy and that will help you replenish yourself much quicker. You won't need to take so much time away in privacy to sleep, to meditate, to pray, to cleanse. It's like just being with this person, just having this person kiss you or hug you, and it's like boom, energy. And then you can take that energy and go on and do your spiritual work for the collective. And this person can do the same. So it's like you're gonna be like batteries, you know, you recharge each other phenomenally quick. It's like boom, boom, you know. And especially when you guys make love, it's like there's this incredible pillar of light that comes out from the two of you. And I think from time to time, you're gonna have to learn how to work with this energy, because it can be incredibly intimidating. I feel that from time to time, you guys might make love and it will be so intense that it's gonna pull you apart for a while. Like, okay, I need time to process what this happened. It's gonna feel like a solar flare, you know? And it's interesting because this is a solar calm period. This is a solar calm period. I felt so much warmth in my heart chakra. It kind of deregulated me for a while. Sorry guys, let me just take a deep breather. Wow, this energy is hot. Okay, so yeah, solar calms are period when the sun is unperturbed, when it's not sprouting those solar flares and creating a lot of weather deregulations here on Earth and in the cosmos in general. But interestingly enough, when you guys will kind of exchange energies, it might actually produce these solar flares during the solar calm period. I hope this makes sense. Anyway, so, oh my God, I swear to God, guys, I completely forgot what these cards are. They are gorgeous. So we have here the lover, the swan, together for life. Yeah, yeah, I think that it took forever for this person to materialize into your life. I feel that you guys might have been separated even though you met this person. Some of you might already know this person and you had love at first sight with them and you had no idea what hit you. It was part of your spiritual journey. Your life completely changed after you met them, both your life and their life. And it's like, you will come together exactly when the planets align, when the timing is right. Not before that, not after that. There is a feeling here that you guys, even though you're separated, you constantly exchange energy with one another. And that I feel that for the majority of you that resonate with already knowing this person, the separation is almost over, okay? So take this energy and re-manifest the reunion with what for the majority of you is your twin flame, to be honest. Oh my God, and I can't believe it. It's like my heart opened up during this reading incredibly fast. So yeah, you guys are gonna have this beautiful energy of just opening hearts left and right because of this bright light that you will carry around you. And it will be like this whole sensorial experience. Like people are gonna love the way you look, love the way you speak. The words that you put out there into the world are gonna be so comforting and soothing. And at the same time, it's like poof, heart chakra is opening left and right. And maybe this is why you guys were a little bit separated. There might have been some dark interferences that were trying to keep you away because, oh, we shouldn't have so much light in the world. Anyway, the core aspects of this person's character are, to wrap up your reading, wow. Oh my God. So we have abundance and happiness. Can we just like absorb these energies? Let's not even talk about them. Let's just absorb them. Abundance and happiness. What more could you want? Constant prosperity. It's like if you were poor or you had to struggle with lack of resources in your life, each individually, when you're coming together, it's like it will be hard for you to contain the quick manifestations of your wealth and material success. I also feel because people will be so drawn towards you. Whatever you are working on is going to expand, and you guys might generally feel overwhelmed as to the richness that is pouring in your life, in terms of the friends you will have, in terms of the place where you will live. It might be something that you're not accustomed to have really good food, or to actually not worry about the money, to work just because you love it, you know. But the most important part is that you have finally manifested each other. You finally get to be with one another and to have a person that understands you. Because I feel that even though you guys are capable at attracting a lot of romantic interests, nobody saw your true soul. Nobody was able to handle your intensity up until the moment when you meet this counterpart. And you're finally going to be able to love one another at your heart's content, at the true intensity at which you can love another individual, which might have scared partners in the past or make them categorize you as crazy or weird or cuckoo, you know, all sorts of like demeaning labels. But no, you're just a light worker. You know, you're just intense because you're a little bit out of this world. So happiness and abundance, this is a partner that will make you constantly happy, like deeply. You will feel it here, it will come from here, and then it will reach the head, then it will reach the nether regions. It's like this constant flow of love. And I think you surprise yourself at the intensity with which you can love another person and be loved back. Wow. This has been a wonderful reading. I'm so happy I chose this group. I don't know what to say. I'm a little bit flabbergasted, guys, you know. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this reading, group 6. I hope you'll join me in episode 2 to see if you're going to choose Eros again and to check how your relationship will develop. Take really good care of yourselves up until my next episode. And yeah, I'm sending you on your way with so much love.